I think I fixed everything. So, it was nothing.
Functional.
Gosh! Hey, get off my throne! No! You're supposed to save money, okay? Okay. So, also, I think the audio is a little sensitive. Let's lower that. So I figured out what the issue was. It was not my internet that was too slow to stream last time. It was fine. I just needed to reinstall Windows. Like, this is a clean install of Windows. I have so much more to set up. It's a mess, but things are working, and that's like the important part. I can do stuff. I got most of things set up. It's a little bit wonky, like a little jank, you know. You see, tracking, be like, because the settings are all reset. It do go a bit crackly now and then. Yeah. I need to figure that out. So we're just gonna have a short stream, a chill stream. I also just woke up. I was supposed to take like an hour-long nap or so. I woke up an hour ago. I woke up an hour ago. And I ordered for. Also, Shadow, you get off my throne too! I just got my throne gift! Oh my god, I forgot. Hey! Stop bugging me! Get it! Ah! But yeah, so, where am I? We're going to do more story stuff so I can play more. No, you woke up an hour ago, Bonquiffer. Okay, I was just supposed to be taking a nap, okay? I've stayed up all night fixing my computer. Oh, thank you so much for the headpads. Arigato. But, head not working. Okay, brain no work. I ordered food. I have food on the way. So, see, I'm gonna eat. I ordered a pizza. It's just not arrived yet. I hoped it would arrive before stream, but no. What was I supposed to do? Oh yeah, we're gonna go play this here. See, I'm playing everything in order. Ah! We're going to the tea house. I've also set up Wavelink because I have stuff for it. So I have all the game audio in one channel on OBS, which is really, really nice. Now I upgraded my VR headset Quest 3 now. Heck yeah! Where is it? Oh, it's over there. But yeah, it's a little bit... I don't know why. I think it might be that I put in the Elgato in the wrong USB port. We has no game audio? Oh, let me just reset this up then. Give me a second. This one, and it should listen to... Are? Are? It worked before! Oh wait, did I forgot. Ah. It might be that I forgot to set this one properly because it reset again. Okay, now you guys should have audio. Next. Aha! Yay, Scuffy Scuff. It's gonna be the ultimate Scuffy stream because I have so much to fix. Oh, my food is finally on its way! Isn't that
ちょっと
awesome?
待ってくれ。オイラたち一般の客じゃなくて。
The chat have
海外
probably
から密
just
航
gone
し
there.
てこちらに亡命してきた特殊な客ですね。
How bad is the audio on my microphone?
そんなこともわかるのか。って違う。オイラたちはそんなんじゃ。
シャブ業の印象、トーマさんですか？お二
Crackly.
方は普通の身分ではないようですね。
Oh no.
シャブ業の小さな保有地、木漏れ茶屋へようこそ。
Because for me the game audio is crackly,
そうこな
but
くっちゃな。
I can't really hear myself. Uh,
本当にまずいな。
I don't know what's causing that. Game audio is low but fine. You on the other hand? Well, screw Coda IG. Well, what happened with Coda? Because I think you may have a problem I was having, but I wanna be sure. It wants me to enter a phone number but can't change country code. Oh, for me, I just never entered a phone number. However, I entered a just random American country code and it just worked. It was great. So,
中身は一体何なんだろう。気になる。
okay, how correctly
ダメダメ。
am
お客
I?
様のものを見ちゃいけないんだから。
What if I check on the filters on my microphone?
あ
Is it this one?
よっ。
Is this any better at all? Or is it still crackly? Because if it's still crackly, I'm gonna need to restart my PC and I'm way too lazy for that. Oh wait, I was supposed to enter. Enter the tea house. There we go. Huh, well, whatever. Yeah.
とっついた。トーマはどこだ？あれ、トーマのやつ、まさか約束を破ったのか？
約束を破るだなんてひどいな。
A talking
君たちこ
dog.
そ俺のことを忘れてたじゃないか。
どういうことだ？犬が喋った。
はははん。驚くことはない。俺のこの状態を見るのは初めてだったかな？
That really is Toma?
うん。リーゆえではこのようなものを見たことはなかったのか？
そうか。おいら。
Is he just hiding somewhere, like behind the bar, and be like, I'm pretending to be the dog? Okay, yeah, there we
もう冗
go.
談はここまでにしよう。
Fucking knew it. Fucking knew it.
お前ってやつは。
Now, Ceiling says gullible.
いつもこう
Hey,
なんだ
Maestro, you got something on your shirt.
茶屋の時も君たちを待つ時間がとてつもなく長くてね。
It was pain punch.
こんな特殊な待ち合わせ方法を考えたのさ。でも、やはり二人には俺からのきちんとした謝
I
罪を
wonder
受
when
け
my
取ってほ
food
しい。
will arrive.
これまでの数々の試練は、
You guys are gonna see me just kinda go wonk.
君たちをお嬢の
Jokes
と
to
こ
you,
ろまで
I'm in
連
a
れて行き
tank top.
俺たちの
Oh yeah, no, guess what? Bad thing. Oh, please don't tell me you can't show up for like. Please don't tell me it's that you can't like come over and visit.
やりすぎたかな。悪い悪い。君は最初から規則なんかにとらわれるような人じゃないだろ。君の意志は揺らぐことがなく、屈服することもない。はるか昔、俺もそんな仲間を一
Yeah,
人
I
持
knew
って
that.
いた。
Okay.
しかし、来航が下され、
Okay, then don't tell me it's about Throne. Please don't tell me it's about Throne. Has more to do with Orange one. Oh yeah, what did he do this time? I heard that he was gonna change like the Gulf of Mexico's name to like Gulf of America, which is just such a stupid fucking thing. Overall.
へえ、君たちも彼のこ
Is
とを知
being
っていると
sent
は
to Mexico.
どうやら
Oh
彼
yeah,
の
that
光
happened.
は
Oh wait,
かすかなものなん
they'll
か
tell
な
me.
かったみたいだ。
The thing where it's like people who aren't white or whatever suddenly have to be like walking around with passports as identification instead of like driver's licenses and stuff.
どこだ？
Oh my god, I guessed right!
無視することのできない
Wait, what?
建設中の巨大な千住百
You're
目
being
心臓
forced
だ
to
よ。
use a passport instead of, you know, like the local identification stuff? It's so fucking stupid. That is so fucking stupid. Wait, what? Yeah. America is like from a fairy tale, but not in a good way. Not where it's like fairies and happy stuff. It's like when it's the kind of like comically evil place. Is what it feels like. It's like comically evil where everything is just about money. And like common sense just does not exist for the most part. It's what it feels like. It's like the bad side that everyone needs to defeat, but it's so big. It's like, I don't know, America reminds me about the Eye of Sauron. Or what it was called. A little bit. So everyone there has to go around with a passport instead of an ID card? No, just if you don't look like American enough. If you don't look white. Essentially what it seemed like. So it was a very racist thing and it's like... God, why? Ironically, a majority of Americans don't even have passports from what I heard. That does not surprise me. I mean, America, for fuck's sake. America is one of the few countries that if you become a citizen of a different country and you move to this country from America. So it's like, if you are an American citizen, you go to Sweden, gain Swedish citizenship, live in Sweden full time, you still have to pay American taxes the whole time. The only way for you to not have to pay American taxes is if you completely remove your American citizenship. However, if you do so, they will punish you because they will stop you from visiting your family in America. And stuff like that. And it's like, what is this? Korea? You know how many countries do this? It's like Korea does that. North Korea has this bullshit. It's not something you see from most countries. I'm so glad I'm not born American. I can just move to pretty much whichever fucking country, so long as that country accepts me. And I can gain a citizenship there. And I don't have to pay taxes to Sweden during the time I don't live in Sweden. Like, yeah, if I do Swedish business, like I work for a Swedish company, I will have to pay Swedish taxes. But unless I do that, I don't have to pay Swedish taxes while living in another country. So yeah. Starting in March, all American citizens of Latin American... Okay, so it's just Latin American and it's not like everyone. Okay, it's a little better, but it's not good. Because at first I heard like stuff like black people were gonna be forced to do the same and it was so bad. So at least it doesn't seem to be that bad. But it's still bad. It's still awful.
神の目の由来なんだ。
valid passport as their main form of identification.
そ
Like,
のものの願いを代表してい
that's
る。
so fucking
もし
stupid.
君が言ったこと
You
が
have
本
to
当であれば、
renew a
どうやら
passport. Like,
人々の願いは俺
that's
が思
more
っていたよりも
expensive
根強いものだったようだ。
than like a driver's license, from what I know.
鳴神島のお客人方、そろそろ次の場所、
Failure
上
to
里府へ
do
向
so
かおう
may
か。
result in a 90-day detention period, deportation to a country of origin, and up to a 2,000. That is so effing stupid. It's like, if you're an American citizen, you shouldn't be treated like you're not. Someone needs to be spanked. And it's not the kid, it's one of the adults who made this decision. They need to be spanked and learn. Gosh. Like, I don't believe in spanking children, but I do believe in spanking adults.
なのか？なんか
上里府へようこそ、お客人方。お嬢がお二人をお待ちしておりますよ。
US taxes are based on citizenship rather than residence. This means that citizens are taxed by the IRS even if they live in another country. The only way to avoid this requirement is to renounce your citizenship, which can be a costly choice and is rarely wise. Yeah, it costs money. I don't know if you have to pay
100年も続いてい
the
るサブ
other
業の習わし
countries
だ。
to
許してやってくれ。
like renounce your citizenship. But you do have to pay in America.
まあ高貴な白鷺の姫君だからな。
Which can be a costly choice and is rarely wise. If you were unaware of this requirement, you are not alone. Rarely wise. What the fucking bullshit? Yeah!
本当に申し訳ございません。
Stupid.
お二方の到着をずっ
Portación
と
to
楽しみ
country
に
of
していまし
origin.
た。
Guess y'all deported me to the void because I was born here!
お二方に
They're gonna find a way to rewrite the meaning of country of origin just so they can
メガリレーの
deport
遂行
you.
により人々の
Basically.
願いが次々と踏みにじられています。シャブ業
Why
が
would
将軍
renouncing
様に
your
仕えている
citizenship
とは
be
いえ
unwise if they're taxing you just for
人々と
having a
最も
citizenship
近い立場でもあります。
despite having citizenship elsewhere and living elsewhere? Yeah, it's stupid. It's really stupid. Which is why it's like if Zero moves here, he's still gonna have to be paying American taxes or he will never be allowed to visit his family in America. However, he can still visit them in Mexico, so it depends on like if he ever wants to go back to America at all.
言ったでしょう、お嬢。そのやり方じゃダメだって。
少々お待ちを。どうかお待ちください。
And after renouncing your citizenship, you're still required to pay taxes to the US for 10 years after. I am not fucking surprised.
あなたを将軍様のところ
It
へ
is
導く
so
ことを約束します。
exploitative.
その代わ
It's
り、
fucking evil.
私の3つの願いを叶える手伝いをしてください。
どんな願いなんだ？
3人の神の目を失った方々にまつわることです。彼らにお会いすればあなたもきっと。
村を守る武人、過去にメガリレーを執行していた武士、それと天下
Did I
一
have
を
to
目
renew
指
my
す
visas
戦
and shit?
術家。
Yeah.
これで合ってるか？
Just don't tell them either.
その者たちをできる限り助けてあげてください。私はここであなた方の帰りをお待ちしており
Shouldn't
ます。
say too much today. I was told by a friend here in effing Sweden, old people will have to work longer and younger people will need to live on social benefits.
頑張ってくれよ。
An 80 to 90-year-old woman was told she needs to work for another 10 years if she wants to get her pension. That is fucking evil, yeah. And I feel like I hate being an adult. Like, it's just bad news after bad news. I became an adult pretty much perfectly in time for... First and foremost, the year after I graduated high school,
どれどれ。
the pandemic
彩
started.
香が言ってた
I got a job before the pandemic, then I lost it because they hired too many, and like this was a huge problem. They had a tendency to overhire, which meant that a few months later they would need to, you know, kick some people off a team, and then they would do the same mistake just over and over again because they couldn't plan ahead. This company does not exist anymore because of this reason. And I was so happy when I got that job as well. I'm so sad because I liked that job. I liked repairing shit. It was a basic ass job. It's just repair this phone. And then you pick a new phone, repair that phone. And it's like, I didn't have to speak to people. I didn't have to do like customer service. It was just repair phone. I like that. And like the team was really nice. And then like I think I worked for about 4 months. I was on a contract for 6 months. And they had to let me go early because they overhired and they couldn't afford to pay everyone. So it was like, yeah, shit happens. The pandemic hit. Like the pandemic reached Sweden about 2 months after. Like it had officially reached all the way back to where I live. And like I hadn't had a lot of luck with finding any interviews because it's really hard to get interviews. So basically, I graduated, I got the job immediately after they realized they overhired. I lost my job, then the pandemic hit. No one was hiring. I tried for years to get a job. I didn't get a single job after that. I was I was applying to hundreds of jobs. I've applied to at least 1,000 jobs since then. I didn't get more than 2 interviews. That's how bad it is. I have searched for so many jobs. And like, I didn't just limit it to local jobs either. I did everything. I applied to jobs I technically didn't have the correct what's it called? Education for, but they might still take me in as a trainee or something. I applied to jobs that were far away because they were more likely to need to hire me. They wouldn't even hear from me. Like it was so bad. And yeah, and then it just kept going. It's like after that, it's like AI boom, and it's like now people are choosing to, you know, automate a lot of stuff using AI. And a lot of the time, yes, AI is really good. AI can really save a lot of time, but it's not a complete replacement for human work. Like, you can't remove all of the workers and just use AI. Like, it's a lower quality thing. So then I started noticing like a bunch of quality for like a bunch of stuff went so far down. And it's like, oh my god. I had already accepted clothes are basically super expensive and really shitty quality. Like, fine, there is no good quality clothes unless you purchase like really expensive clothes anymore. I'm fine with that. I've learned to live with that. I'm not fine with it, but like I've learned to live with it. And then like food prices going up, and then you see like, oh, I want to buy this thing, and it's such a low quality, it doesn't last for long at all. It's like, gosh.
でも自分でも忘れてるみたいだし、どうすればいいんだろう。頑張って思い出してみるってのはどうだ？こうペキーっていう感じで。
This is the closest thing I have to a job. But now at least I'm in school. I managed to get into school. I'm studying. School does help a lot because at least once I'm finished with university, I will have a lot more jobs I can apply to. And I am learning how to do like... I'm learning how to make websites and like stuff like that. But what really amused me is the Spanish version of a White House website finally proved it's
じ
gone.
ゃあ頼んだよ。私は
Oh
先に
my
村に帰って
god.
手島さんの状況を
They
他の
removed.
みんなに説明してくる。
That is so fucking stupid. Like, sure, I don't like DEI, but there's a difference between DEI and being like, yeah, we're just gonna be straight up racist.
これが手島さんの日記みたいだな。
Like, Sweden, we have a lot. Something that's been popping up a lot lately is websites translate to like Arabic and stuff because we have a lot of people from countries that speak that.
黒魚のかば焼きを作っていたことにした。
And so now it's
村で覚えてい
kinda
た
like
子
to the
供を
point
助
where
け
it's
た。
about to be considered a minority
自分の友
language.
達のバンブがまだ水の中にいると言った。俺は半日かけて探し回り、やっと
And
わ
like,
かった
I don't think it should be a minority
このバ
language.
ンブっていう
It's
友
supposed
達
like since
は
most of their
この
residence
子
is
の
supposed to be
飼っている
temporary
カニだった。
due
今
to
日は
like war and
タ
stuff,
コを
but
あ
like
げに行った。糸が突然切れた。
if they were to
どん
remove
なに追い
the
かけても
Finnish
追いつけな
translations
かった。
of
仕方なく
websites,
休憩
since
できる
Sweden
場所に
Finland used to be
座り、
like the
こ
same
れが遠くへ行く
once
の
upon a
を
time,
た
like
だ
if they were to
眺め
remove
てい
Finnish
た。
translations or
うーん
like long
なんか
term
全部日常の
minority
出来事
languages
みたいだな。
just because be like, oh yeah, we don't like them.
待てよ。
No,
これを
no, don't remove
今日
that.
は
Don't remove
こ
such
の
translations.
ここへお祈りに行き、
If there's enough people speaking that language, you need to have that language be available
色あせたが、
in the
これ
country.
でも俺の一番大事なものだ。
Make America great again is ironically becoming
有力な
worse.
情報みたいだな。
Yeah.
ここらに
I'm so glad I'm not American. I feel so bad for you, Splitzy. Move to Sweden, remove American citizenship, and yeah. Visit the family you like in Mexico and have people travel to Mexico to meet you.
これが手島さんの日記
But that
に
is
あっ
like
た
the
お守り
bunch of
か。
people, like friends you wouldn't be able to meet.
女の子のものみたいだな。色も
Honestly, and this is from
模様も
half Swede.
これを
I
ずっと
take issue with that. Learn Swedish or at least English. Why the fuck do we need to add another language? Yeah, exactly. It would be one thing if it's like a long term thing. Oh, I can see. I missed. Oh my god, I almost missed that thing. Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, like, I don't think we should add not American, Arabic as a minority language because it really has nothing to do with Sweden. It's a temporary thing. But Finnish, which we have like Finnish, Norwegian, and Danish, like having translations for those. They're neighboring countries, and we have a lot of history together. That's one thing. Those languages should be available on every website, just because we purchase a lot from each other. Like, I go to Danish websites every now and then, and they sell in Swedish. Like, they have a Swedish version of their websites. Okay. Oh, it's showing this way. So yeah. This man openly praised one of the worst presidents in history. So bad that the next president was only president because they made him vice president to silence him? What the fuck? Honestly, and this is from a half sweet. Oh wait, I read that one before. This makes me think about the South Park episode where please spell it correctly. Also, I need to check because I think my food should be here. I'll be right back. Hold on.
これは手紙？時間が経ちすぎててもう黄ばんでるぞ。本田村聞き き覚えのある名前だな。どこだっけ？
I am back. Food is not here. It was not food. It was just a random noise. I feel like a
もう30
dog.
年も経ってるんだぞ。
I feel like, oh, I heard
現
something.
れてないなんて。
Was that food?
とりあ
Is that
え
food?
ずこれらを手島さんに渡そう。
Ah. They're our neighbors, and when we have close contact with them for a long time, it makes sense. But even that would be like, why the fuck have you added Hungarian as a minority language in Sweden? Oh yeah! And I'm half Hungarian, for fuck's sake. And a lot of Hungarians moved to Sweden 30 years ago and still do now. And yeah, I feel like if you move from really far away, like, it's not a neighboring country. You need to learn the language of a country you're moving to. That is like the basic thing. Sure,
この日記にあるのは
having
確かに
translators
俺
and
の
stuff
筆跡
for
だ。
the people who
お守
are
りと手紙も
not
俺
from
の
Sweden
ものだと思う。
originally to help them, you
そ
know,
れに書い
get
てある
used
こ
to
と
it.
はもう
That's a
忘れたが、
necessity, but like,
しか
we
し
don't need to
俺は確かにこ
make
こで
every
誰かを待ってい
website
た。
into their
30
language
年も
so they never learned
そ
the
の間
actual language. That's a
毎日
problem.
起きた面白い出
And
来
it's
事を
actually
記録
become
し
an
た。
obvious problem because some people
再
have
会し
lived
た
here
時に
for
この
tens of
30年
years
もの月日を
and still don't
彼
speak
女に
a
聞かせ
single
ると
word of Swedish. And it's like,
いろんなことが起きたな。
how did you manage to move here
時間
and
が過
not
ぎるのは
learn the
早い。
language at all?
もうこんなにも経
Like
っ
they
てい
can
た。
say hi
どうしてこんな
in
重要な
Swedish,
ことを忘れ
which
ていたん
is
だ。
just hey.
よく考えると
And then they get stuck.
神の目を奪われてから自分の中
Hi
が
back.
空っぽになっ
Fuck
た気
you,
が
mom. Wow.
する。愛も後悔も彼女にそうでもない。
A lot of
彼女が誰かさ
Mexicans
えも
are
忘れているしな。
migrating back to Mexico.
彼女
Oh
の
my
姿、
god,
声、
that is
俺と
hilarious.
経験した出来
Like,
事、
because
すべて忘れてしまった。
America be like, oh, look at all these Mexicans who's coming over here and they're stealing our jobs. Also, stealing a job is such a bullshit thing.
こんな
Because
にも
we
待った
have
んだ。
people saying that here as
これからも
well.
待ち続けよう。
But the thing is, no one's
本当に
stealing
彼女
a
に会え
job.
たとしても名前すら
You
口に
can't
できなかっ
just,
た
you
ら
know,
彼女は
put
悲
the
しく思
gun
う
to
だろ
someone's
うか。
head and be like, you hire me right this second or
それを考
else.
えると
Like, no one
俺の
does that.
心は
We should hold
確かに
accountable
悲しく
the
なる。
people who are choosing to hire
お
people
かしいな。
or at lower
彼
rates
女のことは
just
もう覚えてないのに
because like they're lower
どうして
rates.
こんな思いを抱くんだ。
Like they choose to hire
前もそうだ
people
った。
from outside of
心
the
の中が
country
空っぽで
instead
何か欠け
of
ている
hiring
よ。
people inside the country because if they
何は
hire
とも
people
あれ
inside the country they
俺
have
が
to
こ
pay
こに
more
残る
tax
理
they
由
have
を
to
取り
pay
戻して
them
くれて
more
ありがとう。ここに残って
but
彼
yeah
女を待ち続けるよ。
手島さん
wait
は
hold on
そんな
I'll
に
be
悲
right back
しくないって言ってたけど、なんかおいらはすっごく悲しいぞ。
clicked the wrong button. I'm sorry. Guys.
綾香とトーマが言っ
Something
たように
hilarious just
神
happened.
の目を失ったら
You know how I was just talking about how there are people who move to Sweden and they don't know a
手
lick of
島さんが
Swedish?
あんなことになった原因だと思う。おいらたち
Delivery
手島
guy
さんの役に
spoke only in English.
はーい次の人を探しに行こう。
Fucking timing.
綾香からの情報だと
A cheerful guy at
神の
least.
目を奪われた人って天領奉行の武士
Looked like he might be a little too new to Sweden with how cheerful he was. He's probably not met a lot of people yet. Min söta katt. Also, I apologize for the awful audio quality. Oh wait, didn't someone say that the game audio was pretty low? Because I should be able to fix that. Just give me a second. Are it? Oh, there. Also, what's with your mic? Yeah, that's what... It's because I reinstalled Windows and now everything is all a mess. And it's awful and annoying and it's just what happens. It's just what life is. Yeah, I did. It's fine now. Okay, it's fine now. Good, good, good.
天領奉行って将軍の管轄下にあるんだろ。稲妻の治安維持を任されてる。メガリレーもあいつらが執行してるはずだ。
So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I need to reset up, and also I do believe I just need to reinstall the audio drivers,
わからない。
and then things should be fine next time.
あっちで何か騒
Because
ぎが
it's a
起きてる
little
ぞ。
jank on more places for me as well. Had a job interview
今
today.
月のお救い前
Congratulations!
それを
I hope
渡
you
すか
get
ど
the
うか
job.
聞い
What
てる
were
んだ
you interviewing for if you
俺
don't
た
mind
ち
me
みんな
asking?
それを頼りに生きてんだぞ。納得の
So
いく説
thank
明
you
を
for
して
the
もらうま
video
で
for us.
帰れると思うな。
何度も言ったように俺はお救い米なんてものは知らない。
まだ嘘をつくか。命に関わる食料なんだ。お前たち武士に横領されるためのものじゃねえ。
武士なら好き勝手できるってのかよ。天領奉行所に行って告発してやる。
Of punishing the people who choose
誰だ。
to only hire
黒沢の仲間
cheaper
か。
workers
おいらた
because
ちは
it's cheap.
ただの通りすがりだ。
Instead of punishing them and be like, hey, there are actual workers looking for jobs locally.
So
You should hire them
ちょうどよかっ
first.
た。お前たちから
That's
も
why they
何か言ってや
wanted
ってく
to
れ。
raise
こいつは黒沢
the
っていう武士で
like
幕府軍の
base
人間だ。
amount you have to pay people
幕
for.
府軍はこの近くで
certain jobs
お救い米を配ってい
There
る。
was like a
こい
thing
つ
they
がその
wanted to
責任
raise
者で
the
な。
prices
以前は
for
こいつ
people
に会え
hiring
ば
like
お救い米
yeah,
を分
so
けてく
if
れ
you're
たの
gonna
に
hire
急
someone
にくれな
you're
くな
gonna
ったん
have to
だ。
pay them the
きっ
Swedish
と
rate
欲に負けて
regardless
食料を
of
横領
if
するつ
they're
もりなんだ
Swedish or
よ。
not because
その
that's
食
a
料が
good
なきゃ
thing
俺
if
たち
they
飢え死にし
choose
ちま
to
うっていう
hire
のに。
people outside of Sweden
俺たちの気持ちは考
so
えてくれない
non-Swedes
のか。
because they're cheaper
昔
so
は心優
Swedish
しい
people
お方
can't
だ
get
と思ってた
jobs
のに。
that's a problem
どうやら他の武士と同じで悪人だったみたいだ
waiting
な。
for their answer a job
道
in
理で
this
神
month
の目も奪
well, I
わ
don't
れ
know
る
what
わけ
this
だ。
is but I
雷
really
伝将
hope you
軍
get
も
it
こんな奴に国を治める手助けをして
Now
ほ
the
しくない
people
だ
in my
ろ。
kebab
こ
place
いつ
pay
が綾
40 euro
香
an
の言ってた
hour
やつか。でもなんで
That is
綾
the
香は
law
こんなやつの手助けをオイラたちにさせようとし
the
てるんだ。
supermarket yeah
とりあえず
it's more like we have like a very common thing is when it comes time to cut down a forest we take that very seriously. There's like rules for that, so it's a very tough job. And I'm not saying that I would definitely go and get the job because I definitely would not go and get that job. It's a hard job to cut down a forest and then to
きっと
go
それを使っ
around
て
and
俺
like
をたかりに来たん
replant
だ。
or like not replant.
俺にお救
You're
い
not
米がある
replanting
と
the
し
trees,
たら
but you have
こん
to
なに貧しいわけ
plant
ない
new
よ。
trees
笑えるぜ。
for them
俺
to
も
grow.
食べるもの
So
にあ
we,
りつけて
so
な
we
いっ
can
て
have
のに。
a forest to cut down in like
用
40 years
が
or
ないなら
so.
もう言ってくれ。まだやることがあるんだ。
I got a free stream streak, heck yeah! So yeah,
確かに
like
それは本当のことだ。
we have that.
幕府
And
軍のや
almost
つ。
every single
俺が
person
メガリレー
who
に対し
takes
て
this
不満
job,
を
and
持
it's
って
a
るとか。
yearly job, like
仕事を
it's a
サボってると
seasonal
か。
job. You come
ライデン
to
将軍
Sweden
に忠
for
実
like
じゃないとか言
3
って。
months. You cut a bunch of
俺の
trees and then
神
you
の
go
目を
back home.
押収
Like
しや
that's
が
how
っ
it usually works.
おかし
Because
いな。
they choose to almost only hire people from outside of Sweden, and then they blame like Swedish people. Like the Swedish people don't want to do this. Like no one truly wants to do this.
ただ
But like
あの時は毎月何かをやっていたことだけは覚えてる。
because I looked at some of the job
今は
posts
もう
and
や
you
る気すら
can't
起きない。
live on it.
忘れただけならまだしも。
Like
心が
not
なんか
not
もやもやするん
permanently.
だ。
Like it's a
誰かに
seasonal
借
job,
り
so
があ
you're
るの
like,
に
oh, I'm gonna work here
そ
for
れを
3
思い出せ
months.
ないみたいな。
I can barely
お救い米
survive,
と関係はあるのか？
and then I'm gonna have to look for a new job after that.
言っただろ。
It's like,
お救い米があったらこん
yeah,
な
no
苦しい生活
wonder.
誰
Like
がするって言うんだ。
people don't want
それ
that
に
job. I
俺の
wonder
家
why.
はさっき
It's
砲
for
塔
cheap
弾に
labor.
強盗に入られ
Well,
たば
look
かり
at
だ。
yeah, and
で、
that's
砲
it's
塔
what
弾を追
sucks
って
because
いる
like
途中、
instead
あ
of
いつらに止められた
forcing
んだ。
people to like
信
hire
じないって言うな
at
ら、
Swedish rates.
砲塔弾どもを懲らしめて
What happened
俺の
instead?
家に
They
お
were
救い
like,
米
oh,
があ
we're
ったか
gonna
どう
make
か
it
聞
so
いてみ
it's
るといいさ。
basically a law that you have to pay the Swedish
嘘を言
rate
っている
and
よ
not
うに
the
は見
rate
え
of the
な
other
かったな。
country, regardless of where the person is from,
やっぱり砲
and
塔弾の
regardless
や
if,
つを
if he
捕まえて
actually
聞
is a
いてみ
Swedish
よ
citizen or not.
う。砲塔弾が残した痕跡をたどれば見つけられ
What
るはず
happened
だ。
was they
ま
made
だ遠くに行ってないう
exceptions
ちに早く追いかけようぜ。
jobs that did this thing. It's like, okay, so we're gonna make it a law for everyone who doesn't do this. But we're making exceptions for the ones that are the problematic ones. And it's like, why? You failed. Let's see. Pressure order. What are they? Wait. Am I blamed? I would take that job in a heartbeat. I went to my local IKEA, but we're told that they didn't have room because the ones already there are at the limit and they also want more hours. Yeah. But I was also told that I wouldn't be able to work there even so. Why? Because I have piercings. Oh, that's so fucking stupid. Like, sure, maybe they don't want you to wear the piercing, but like, you can take the piercing out for work, and that's not like a weird thing to ask, even. Like, yeah, saying like, hey, we prefer if you don't wear piercings because it looks more professional, and then you remove a piercing at work hours. So whenever you're at work, you just don't wear your piercing. No fucking problem. Isn't there even like things to mask that you've actually got piercing? Like holes for piercing? Like, there's like stuff to mask that? Yeah, that sounds like an they have stupid things like
俺た
that
ちが行った武士た
as
ちの
well.
家
Like, not
貧し
piercings
かった
because I
一
don't
人を
have any
除けば
piercings and I
他
don't
は
have
みんな
like
裕福でがっぽり
I
稼げた
haven't altered my
こ
body
れくら
other
いど
than
うっ
like
てことね。
I used
今日の
to
成果
dye my
は
hair for a
俺た
little
ちが
while.
億万長者になる一
It was
歩目
like
に
I bought
過ぎないんだからな。
a single can
今日
of
こ
blue
こか
hair
ら
dye.
お前たちを引き連れ、
lost
ウスットの世界で偉業
Like
なし。
since I had really long
一
hair,
躍
it's
有名
lasted
になっ
me
てやるぜ。
3,
兄貴万
almost
歳。
3 like entire
どうやら
dyeing
あいつらがオイ
sessions.
ラたち
So
の
it
探し
lasted
て
me
る
for
砲
about
塔弾みたいだな。
half a year.
懲らしめ
And
てや
that
ろ
was
う
while
ぜ。
I was in high school. I had blue hair. It was fun. I wanna do it again, but like if I do it now, the problem is I'm not gonna get a job. This is so silly. Like, I wanna dye my hair. It's fun. I don't understand.
頑張って盗んできた俺たちの
Gotta
成
go
果
now.
が
Try not to die too much. Hey, I have
なんと
leveled
か
up.
し
I've
てくれ。
gotten good at this game, but I will try not to die. Don't worry
そ
about
の
it.
いい身のこなしだな。砲塔弾黒沢？ああ、覚えてるぜ。
Yeah.
まさか
Food.
あい
So
つに
I've
言われ
had
てきたの
people
か？
tell me stuff like, oh, they
なん
can't
てつい
hire
てない
me
んだ。
because you haven't
あん
had
な
a
や
job
つの
for a
家なんか
while.
にいる
Never
んじゃな
had
か
the
った
other
ぜ。
applicant.
黒沢の家はどうだったんだよ。
It was like, oh, we can't hire you because you haven't had a job for like 2 years. Then who's gonna hire
なんも
me?
ねえよ
Like,
汚
we
ね
would
え家
like
の中だ
to
ったぜ
hire someone who's all
そういえ
who's
ば
working right now, and it's like,
一つだけ変わった
then
箱があ
why
った
would
な
they go to your job if they already
きっと
have a
宝が入っ
job?
てんだろう他の奴らに見られたくなかったから
So
戻
silly.
ってから開けようと思ったんだが
There's a microscopic chance that I
そんな
won't
時
be
に
a
お前ら
citizen
に
in the
捕まっ
future.
ちまった
Yeah.
いっそこの箱で手を打つってのはどう
Yeah.
だ
How the fuck am I supposed to get one if no one hires me? Exactly. That's my biggest one. That's the most common one. It's like they ask me the few times that I've
これは
actually been able to get an interview. They've asked me, and I'm like, okay, so I haven't had a job in a long time because I lost my job just before the pandemic, and then no one was really hiring, so it was really hard to get a job. Other than that, I was a good worker,
結構な大変
and
だ
I don't have a number to my
どういうことなん
old
だろう
like
坂田に行って
workplace anymore. Like I can't give that out because I
お前た
I
ちは
don't
もう行
really
っていい
keep
ぞ
in contact with
もう
my
こんな
old
ことやるなよ
boss for years.
ありがとうご
So
ざい
it's
ます
like I'm
わかり
sorry
ま
I
した
can't handle like
借用
I
書で
do
手を打て
have
たっ
a
てこ
job
とは
like the number to
俺
one
たち
person,
儲
but I
かっ
haven't
たんじゃ
worked
ない
for
か
him for like
早く
7
つなげる
years.
ぞ
Do you want to call him? And they're like, yeah, no, that's fine. And I'm like, yeah, so I'm really sorry, I can't give you like a reference. But like, if you ask me what I was good at, I can tell you pretty accurately because I do remember what I was good at, and I can even tell you pretty accurately what I was bad at because they did give me like really good feedback at my old job before I lost it. So it was like I was a little bit of a slow worker, but they also said that I was really precise. So I did very few mistakes. That's a good thing. I'm a little bit slow. I only worked it for 4 months. That's not that weird that you're a bit of a slow worker if you haven't worked for a year. But yeah. Food. Oh, this is delicious. Better a bit slower than many mistakes. Exactly. And I was really scared of making mistakes, so in the beginning, like the first week or so, maybe 2 weeks actually, but like the first 2 weeks, I was super slow because I was making extra sure that I didn't do any mistakes because like I didn't want to super fuck up for anyone. I got it. Oh wait, there. Yeah, now that I'm in school, I'm
子
really
供たちは
hoping
今頃
to
どうしているだろうか
get like a job
好きにすればいい
afterwards. I just have to work really hard, finish all of my stuff on time.
何でもありなつくも
And
物
I am learning how
何
to
かお
make
求めで
websites
すか
professionally, and I'm
そ
really
れと
proud
も
actually of how
何
well
か
I can
聞
make
きた
them
い
now.
ことでもあるのでしょうか
I'm gonna be updating the Nyansekai studio. I'm gonna fix that. Like I'm gonna like,
黒沢さ
write
ん
the
のお
code
友
and then
達
I'm
でし
gonna
た
send it
か
over to
お客様は
Splitzy.
黒沢さんの代わりに借
I
金を
got
返し
around
に
that by
来たの
saying
で
I
す
signed
か
an NDA and that somehow got me the job.
ただ
Oh my god,
この
that's
借
illegal,
用
but
書
I
のことを
wouldn't
知りたくて
like.
黒
I don't know
沢
if
さんは
NDAs
どうしてこんなにモラを借りたんだここで何か貴重なものでも買ったのか
I don't
そう
get
で
a
す
job
ね
even after like I
黒
have
沢さんは定
gotten
期
my
的に
university
ここで
education.
大量の
I
食
wouldn't
料を
mind
購入
just
されています上からの配給ではなく彼自身のモラでしかし近頃は食料も値段が上がり黒沢さん自身の俸禄では足りなくなったのでしょう
just be like,
その時か
yeah, I
ら
signed an
借用
NDA,
書で
so I
モラを
can't
借りな
talk
が
to you
ら
about
以
what
前
I
と同じ
did
量の
or
食料を
why
交
or
換するように
anything.
なりました
お救い米って
Oh yeah, that
そういう
head
経
pat, come on.
緯だったんだな
You use head pat and then you
なん
write
で
the
昔
person
と
you
同
want to
じ
head
量を
pat
買ってたんだ
and it will head pat in chat.
食料の値段が上がったん
40
な
million
ら
yada yada.
少なめに買えばいいだろ
考えてもみてくださいお救い米を受け取りに行く人々は その食料がどれほどの期間持つか事前に考えておくのが普通ですよ
Thank you for
ね。
hydrate.
昼夜問わず綿密な計画をしたにもかかわらず、手に入ったのが予想より少なかったら
first.
きっとがっかりするでしょう。黒沢さんはそういう思いをさせたくなかったんだ
No,
と
the
思いま
microphone
す。
don't pick up on the purring.
人々の気持ちを大事に思い、
Thank you for
借
the
金をしてでも以前と同じ量の食料を変えてきたのです。
hug. Yeah, just making
過
sure
去
you
に渡し
drink.
てきた食料は
You know what? I'm gonna send the
全部
fucking
自分で
picture I
買っ
took
た
while
も
I
の
was
だ
in
っ
the
たのか。
hospital
なの
to
に
uh
周囲の
Alex
人
on
か
his
ら感
PC.
謝されるどころか
I'm gonna send it
ずっ
on
と
Discord,
責
be
め
like
られ
Alex.
て
Boom.
人の態度は
I have
自
one where I
身
do
の置
the
かれている
fuck
状況によって変わるものです。
I
生き
have
ると
one
い
where
う
I
こ
do
と
the
に関
fuck
し
you
て
sign
ほ
from
とん
my
どの人は
hospital bed and
他の
Erica's
ことに
gonna
気を
send
回
that.
す余裕がなくなります。私からすれば黒沢さんがお救い米の出所を最初から話していればこのような面倒事も減っていたと思います。もちろん減るだけですが、彼がしたことは花から骨折り損のくたびれ儲けです。彼がどうしてお金を払ってお救い米を買ったのか、どうしてそれを公表して
Cats don't like
感謝
water.
されるこ
Well,
とを
this
しなか
this
ったの
cat
か、
do.
私に
Also,
も
I
分か
know
りま
cats
せん。
that like to swim.
もし気に
The
な
thing
るの
is,
でし
most
たら
people say
黒
cats
沢
don't
さん
like
に
water,
直
but
接
cats
聞いて
actually
みてはい
do.
かがでしょう。
Just when they're ready, like when they are the ones in control. Cats can even
そう
like
いえ
swimming.
ば
The
彼
reason
は
most
神
cats
の目を
don't
押
like
収されたばかりでした
showers
ね。
is because showers are
それは厄介
really
ですね。
fucking like
もし借
loud.
金を返せないので
That
し
you
たら
only like what
彼が
cats
大事にしていた刀を売るしかないかもしれません。
Yeah.
刀
Cats don't like to swim. Say that to a
なん
tiger.
だそれ。
Yeah,
黒沢さんから
exactly. Like
聞いていませ
I
ん
do
か？
swim a lot, and like
一
cats
年
do
中身につ
swim.
け
Like
ているほ
normal
ど
house
彼
cats
に
do
は
swim
大
a
事な
lot
刀がある
outside.
んです。私も昔彼にその刀の
If you
来
put
歴
them
を
in the
聞いたのです
bathtub,
が、
first things first is
これは
they
父
don't
から
have
譲り
a
受けた
grip.
もので、どんな高値
Like
で
their
も売らない
paws
とだ
just
け言われました。
slide on the
当時は
porcelain
少し残
that
念に思
is
ったほど
the
です。
bathtub.
何せ私はこの世の
So
万物
if you
は
want your
値段
cat
で
to
測るこ
like
とができ、
baths,
相
first things
応の
first
モラを
is
払えば
do not
何
use
で
the
も
shower
買え
head.
ると
It's
思って
really
いました
loud
ので、黒
and it
沢さ
scares
んに
them.
刀の
So
事
are
情を
like
聞い
dogs
て
are
みてく
scared
だ
of
さい。
vacuum cleaners.
あなた方の探している答えはその
So
刀
you
にあ
put
るかもし
down
れませ
a
ん。
towel at the bottom
も
of
ち
the
ろん
bathtub.
その前にこちらでのお会計を済ませてくださいね。
Beforehand,
オイラたち
or
何
you
も
can
買
pour
って
it
ない
in
ぞ。
using a
情報
like
も
you
売り
can
物の一つ。
like
そうで
if
し
you
ょ？
have a
まあ
hint.
確かに
What
黒
is that
沢
in
さんの情
English,
報は
gosh?
高くは
My
つきま
English
せ
is
ん
so
ね。
bad.
特
My
別
dog likes
秘
the
密にし
vacuum
てくれ
cleaner.
とも言わ
He
れて
hates
いませんし。そうです
That's
ね。
hilarious.
2000モラでどうでしょう。
少なくとも
There's also the fact that the fur keeps them warm, and if you clean them, they are not hiding their scent
黒
anymore,
沢
so
さ
a
ん
lot
が
of
ず
cats
っと
don't
持
like
っ
it.
て
Yeah,
る
exactly.
刀のことも
So you should not clean them with buff products
何
that
か思
smell
い出
a
す
lot
かもしれ
because
ない。
it hides their natural scent. But if you clean them with basic unscented things, they are more likely gonna like it. Also make sure it's not too hot, not too cold. And like put them in slowly. And then you pour water with like a little... You know what they have in Japan? Like when you go to bathhouse and they have like this thing they pour water over themselves with when they're cleaning themselves. Essentially, use...
何でもありなつくもぶつ。
And the cat is more likely to like taking a bath after. Yeah, food. Yes, a bucket. Watched my aunt's previous cat with a pussy bone. A small overhead hook to the sink that you just wash your ass after you eat shit. That sounds... If it's... Okay, so there's a word for those kind of things that you use to wash
お前
after
一人しか
you
い
like...
ないのか？
Yeah.
さっきの二人は。
まだ続けるなら刀を抜くと言ったら二人とも言った
It's like a bidet.
やっぱり
You wash the
こいつ
cat
は
with a
言葉で話す
bidet.
よりも便利だもしかすると俺もこれからは そういえば砲塔団のことはもう調べたのか。俺が嘘をついてないのが分かっただろう。
I've been to 2 places that actually have bidets, but like not
だいたいこんな感じだ。
not like a shower
お
head
前は
bidet,
確かに
just a bidet where it's like you sit down and then you wash with your hand and you have like a little towel.
どうして昔の俺はそんなやつだったのか。
Now we call
全
it
く
the
覚えがない。
Ilupe.
今お前たちに言われ振り返ってみても
Ilu.
何も思い出せない。昔の俺はどうしてそんな
I'm
ことをや
doing
って
my
たんだ。
best. If you search, I
骨
think
折り損じゃないか。
Google will show the shower head.
理解できない。でも
So
確
yeah,
かに
bidet is the
さっき
English
この
word.
刀を握ってあの二人を脅そうとしたとき、体が本能的に抵抗
Which is
す
a
るのを
borrowed
感じ
word,
た。
like it's a loan word. So I think it's like French or something originally.
この刀、昔は俺の親父が台頭していたものだったんだ。小さい頃、親父からそれを盗んで近所のガキたちの前で見せびら
My
かしたの
food
を
is
覚え
getting
てる。
cold.
その後親父にこっぴどく叱られたがな。親父はなんて言ってたっけ。おかしい。また思い出せなくなった。神の目が奪われてから何か大切なものを忘れたような気がするんだ。記憶のところ
So
どころに
Guy
大きな
lost
空
his
白があって
memory when his vision
どう
was
やっても
taken.
思い出せない。
Huh.
ただ
When we
親
finished,
父
I'll
は
be
この
struggling
刀
hard
に
time
は
with the Finnish
自
word.
分の心情があるって言ってたのを覚えてる。
Minna
親
nomini
父
on
が亡く
now.
なる直前その刀を俺にはその時に言ってくれたんだ。この刀を持てばきっと。
あれ、よく見ると刀の絵に何か文字が刻んであるぞ。旅人、何が刻んであるのかわかるか？
仁義。それだったらこの状況も説明がつくような気がするな。
Nimini.
借金をしてでも他人の幸せを願う。
Nimini.
それが俺にとっての最大の願いだったんだろう。だが
Nimini
仁義
on
だっ
now.
て何になる。その道に従って自分の金でお
You
救
made
い
that.
米を
Now
買っ
gonna
た
get ready for
結
work.
果はどうだ。
Heck yeah, I hope you're having Yasen
天
day
領
right?
奉行に神の目を奪われ
And
俺
stay
が
off my
助けてい
throat
た人々からも理解されない。
Uh,
なのにあいつらに刀を
I
向け
forgot
た
what I
時
was gonna say there. But yeah,
そ
stay
れで
off
も
my throat.
心が痛んだ。これ以上の皮肉はないだろう。俺は善人になんかなれない。
Or just minute,
悪人にも。
minute
じゃあ俺は
Olin
一体
now.
一体
こいつも
Minute Olin
かわい
now.
そうな人だったんだな。
If that is
金のことは
correct.
トーマに相談してみよう。シャブ業なら支援してくれるだろ。大事な刀を売るわけにはいかないからな。
Yeah.
おう、願いを失うのって恐ろしいことなんだな。お前に神の目がなくてよかった。次の神の目を失った人のところに行こう。
I am playing this one-handed. I'm rather proud of this actually.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I was until I fucked up. Try saying minne olen kesätitte ja olen streamaaja. Streamaaja? I don't know. God. That was a lot harder. Yeah, I screwed that one up 100%. It should be this. Wee.
3人目の
Guys
神
are
の目を
used to playing
失っ
with
た
just
人は
one hand.
確かこの辺りで有名な剣術家だったよな。名
It's
教
like
師
a
水流の
competition, guys. So
剣
it's
ら
like,
しいけど
let's just see who can play with one hand the most. Or is it just, oh, I can't find a friend, so I'm just gonna play with myself. So I play on one console with one hand and the other with the other hand, so I can play
ナナコ
multiplayer.
そう悲しむな。師匠ならきっと無事だ。
Sure, let's go with that.
以前道場破りに来たやつらはどれだけ強くても師匠が任して追い返してたじゃないか。
Why are guys used to playing with just one
それで
hand?
も私心配で。だって昔は
Ransom,
どん
if
な
it's
に危
an
険な
NP or
局面に
RPG
陥ろうと
maker.
師匠は動揺しなかったんですよ。
It's Ren.
それ
Wait,
が今や
Renpai is like
それは師匠が
is
邪気に
Renpai
取
the
り
one
憑かれ
that
た
is
から
like
だ。
an
今
RPG
回行わ
maker.
れる邪気払いの儀
Wannabe
式が
is
終われば
fucking rude
師
to
匠
say,
も
but
きっ
like
と
it's
元通りになるさ。
RPG maker like one.
何かあったのか？
It's the other hand is busy.
君たちは
Is he doing
誰だ？
what? You're playing a
暇を
video game.
持て余した野獣馬か。
Why
それとも師匠が邪気に取り憑かれてる隙を見て騒ぎを起こしに来たのか。どっちかは知らないがとっとと帰ってくれ。さもないと俺の剣で切ら
Renpai
せ
is
て
a
もら
visual
う。
novel type. Oh!
違うんだ。オイラたち、
弟子入り？
そう。
Before
オ
you
イラ
used
たち、
in most
明
corn
鏡止
games.
水流がすごいって聞いて、それを学ぶためにはるばる遠くから弟子入りに来たんだ。でもここに着いたら邪気とかなんとかが聞こえてきて。
君たちの服
Of
装
course, it is as
確
if
かに
you're
現
not.
地の
I'm
人
not
間ではない
fine.
みたいだ
Yeah,
な。
okay, I'm poor, but I'm
つまり
innocent and pure.
最近ここに来て面倒を
I
起こ
have
す人
shown
も
my
多くてな。
innocence once again.
俺たちも警戒心が強くなってた。
Free to
あい
play
に
with
く俺たちの師匠は
no download?
今邪気に取り憑かれてしまってまだ体が回復してない。
basically stream
今
those
弟子入り
games.
させることはできない。どうやら確かに本気で弟子入りしたいみたいだな。分かった。妹弟子と一緒に君たちに師匠の状況を説明しよう。それを聞いてから帰るかどうか自分たちで決めてくれ。俺たちの師匠はドモンという。
Well,
この名前は君たちも聞いたことがあるだろう。独学で剣術を学び数々の有名な剣術家を任してきた。いっぱいもせずに。師匠は言ってたよ。自分の目標は天下一の剣術家になることだって。俺たちの修行に付き合ってる時も自分の剣術を磨き続けてた。そんな師匠の情熱に感化された俺たちは師匠の後をひたすら追いかけてたんだ。それなのに
少し前に師匠の神の
Please
目が
say
奪わ
one
れ
thing.
て
I've
か
played
ら
most RPG makers
人が
games
急
available
激に
at
変わってし
GameCore.
まったのです。
Please delete that
何か
chat
おか
after
しな
reading
こ
it.
とをずっと
I'm
言い続けてい
sorry.
て
You want me to delete
私
it?
たち
It's
にも
gonna be
剣の修行を
visible
するの
on
と
the
兄
YouTube.
弟子と相談した結果、師匠はきっと邪気に取り憑かれたのだと考え、
I am so
鳴神
sorry.
大社の巫女様に
Meister,
邪
can
気
you
のお祓い
delete
を
it
頼
for
んだ
me?
のです。
Oh, shit.
しかし正直
Yeah.
私も師匠が良くなる
Blur
かどう
it.
か
Okay,
わかりません。
hold on. I'm gonna make it.
鳴神
Oh,
大
fuck.
社ってなん
Meister, can
だ？
you make a stream
鳴
tag
神大社を知らないのか。
for like
あ
a
そこは鳴神島で一番大きな神社で神社を司る大巫女様は雷電将軍と親密な関係に
so
あ
I
る
can
人物だ
see like a marker?
俺たちじゃ大巫女様に出向いてもらうのは不可能だが
Add marker.
鳴
Okay, I
神
made
大
a
社なら普
marker.
通の巫女様でも邪気払いの力があるはずだ。
Yeah. Albatross, tell Meister which
だから
one
安心しろ
you
ナナ
want
コ。
him to like
師匠はきっと良くなる。
remove.
邪気払いの儀式は今夜行われる。もし興味があるのなら来てみてくれ。
邪気に取り憑かれる。
Next time, if you don't want it to be
神の目を
visible
奪われるとは
or like
そん
anyone
な
to
こと
see
に
it,
なるのか？
I do repost on
夜
YouTube,
にな
which
ったら
by the way, you can
来てみ
check
よう
out
ぜ。
like my old videos there. I'm also gonna be making more YouTube videos in the future that are just on YouTube. But like streaming, I feel like is more fun on Twitch because Twitch is Twitch has redeems. Twitch has so much more stuff that is for interacting. Interacting with viewers is like that's the whole point of streaming, right? It's that it's live, it's that it's happening, it's that, you know, it's in the moment type of thing. And YouTube doesn't really have it. Like, sure, there's streaming on YouTube, just not the same.
来たか。君たちが来る直前まで師匠は発狂してたんだが、
Do you
見ずに
please
済ん
blur
で
it
よかっ
in
たな。
YouTube? If you can't, that's okay. Not
さっ
many
き
people know my
妹弟子
YouTube.
が師匠を支えてい
Don't
たが、
try. I do
どうやら
actually
師匠が
edit.
誰かの名前をつぶやいているのが聞こえたらしい。
Like, I
その人が
stopped
誰か聞くと、
directly uploading
師匠
from
が急
Twitch
に
to
怯えた
YouTube
表情
when I
にな
got
り、
DaVinci.
妹弟子を
So
押しのけた
I
そうだ。
do have the ability to blur.
苦しみながら耳を塞いでいたらしい。血眼になって辺りを見回していた。
Yes, you. I missed them. I
ず
missed
っ
you
と名前
too.
を叫んでいたよ。
Also, Alex,
俺
I'm
たち
gonna
が知ってる
send you
人も知ら
something.
ない人もいた。みん
If
な
I can
かつ
remember
て
it,
師匠
actually,
に
let's
任され
see
た
if I
剣
can
術家の
find
よう
it
だ。
right now. Because
その
then
中の
I
一
won't
人であ
forget
る
it
安
later.
西という
Because
人
I was
は
about to say
師匠
like,
の元兄弟子だっ
you
た。
hopped out to
だが
take a shower
師匠に
too
敗れ
early.
て
I
か
was gonna send
ら
you
頭もな
one
く
that
さま
was
よい続け
just.
てるらしい。師匠はさっき彼の名前を
You'll
何度も叫んで
see.
た。
Hold on. I will tag you.
神社の巫女様が師匠を殴って気絶させなかったら儀式も続けられなかっただろう。邪気払いの儀式はもう始まってる。
Let's see.
ここで結果を待ち、師匠の無事を祈ろう。君たちは少しここで待っててくれ。水を取ってくる。
Took a
師匠が起
fucking
きたら飲むだろうから。
hilarious picture. I take over 1 hour shower. Sorry, Limfa. You know what? Long showers are fucking amazing. I just want the bathtub because it's cheaper. I just love long soaks. Okay. It's amazing.
なんかさっき
Can't
コソコ
blame
ソ
ya.
してるやつが走ってったぞ。まさか邪気払いの儀式を邪魔しようとしてるのか。そうはさせるか。旅人、
Where's my
早
photo?
く追いかけよう。
And I go here so we can.
ここにもいない。
Okay, I'm
もっ
just
と上
gonna
かな。
find this real quick. And where's the foot? There it is. Okay, I found it. Also, now, what's your opinion on Chinese food? It's amazing.
そのように私の
I
瞳を
love
じっと
Asian
見
food
つめる
overall,
のは
like
やめた
Chinese
方がいい
food, Korean food, Japanese food. All
何を
good.
見てしまうとも
Although I've never
Korean.
had like authentic Chinese food. What did you think, Alex? Did you have a rice cooker? Yes, I do. I have an expensive ass fucking rice cooker. The fuck was that? Are you in the hospital? Are you okay? That was me! But I got... Do you know how people told you that I was in the hospital a while ago? It's from back then.
もっと上に行って探して
It's
みよ
because I didn't drink enough water. And I got an infection from it.
う。いた。あそこに怪しいやつ。
You can't tell me not scared.
お前らなんでそんなに足が速いんだ。本当にド
I
モの
was
弟子
stuck
か。
there for so many
ドモ
hours.
より早く感じたが
It was supposed to be like, oh, just a quick
そ
in
れ
and
とも何
out,
年も会わねえ
like
うち
quick
に
get in,
ドモのや
get
つ
the
また
medication,
実
like
力を上
the
げたのか。
payments, so I wouldn't be in so much pain because, oh my god, I've never been in that much
お
pain
前
before.
は誰
Thai food, don't forget that one. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
なんだ。と悪いやつだろ。
Mine was pretty straightforward.
悪いやつ
It's tall and a man
お
called my
前らが生まれ
host.
てくるずっと昔から俺とドモンは一緒に剣を学んできたんだ。もう昔のことはあまり喋りたくねえが、俺はドモンから兄弟子と呼ばれる立場なんだぞ。
兄弟子？
So I remember that you said that you could do louder cat noises, but I couldn't because of
そ
neighbors.
うだ、俺が安西だ。
Because it was really
ド
late
モンに
then.
会いたくねえからに決まってるだろ。あいつと関係のあ
I
るや
used
つ
to be
と
able
な
to do like those
あの
really,
時
really well.
俺とあいつ
now I
は
can't
同じ
really.
剣術家の師匠のもとで一緒に明鏡止水流を学んでた。
I'm
俺
fine,
はあ
I'm
いつよ
fine,
り
Alex,
5年
I
も早く
swear,
入
I
門した。
swear.
みんなに頼られる兄弟子だった。明鏡止水流
Okay,
は
the picture is
雑
from
念の
months
ない
ago.
心を
I'm
追求する流派
recovered.
だ。そのため門下の弟子たちは名声などに興味を持たなかった。俺も含めてな。しかしドモンは違った。あいつが門下に入って最初にやったのは
What's one
笑いな
cat
がら
and
師
you
匠に向かっ
sounded
て
like?
どうしたら天下一になれるんですかと聞いたことだ。 その時師匠はあいつを叱っ
Okay, good,
た。
because we haven't heard from you for
剣
days
術
now.
は
Yeah, I'm
そのような
sorry.
名声のためにあるも
So
の
you
じゃ
guys
ないと。
remember how I didn't stream last
何
week?
日か剣を習っただ
I
けで
was having
最
so
強
many
になるなど、
problems. I thought it was
心
the
に
internet,
雑
but
念
I
を持っ
also
てい
had
る
my
証拠。
computer would
そ
constantly
んな
like
んじゃ
crash and stuff.
剣を学ぶなんて
Remember
永
how
遠
many
にできない。
times
当
my
時
computer
俺
just
もそう考
sort of
えてた。
froze lately?
だが土門の剣術の
Yeah,
成長は
the
とてつもな
reason
く
the
早く、
internet was slow
俺にさえ
was
追い
not
ついた。
that the internet
そ
itself
の
was
時
slow, because it
俺は
worked
確信したん
fine
だ。
everywhere else.
土門はとっくに
Like on my phone,
雑念の
on
ない
my
心という境地に
PS5,
達
on
して
my
いたんだと。
PS4. Like,
あいつの心に
yeah,
は
your computer hates
天
you.
下一を取ることしかなかった。
One of my discs
剣
died.
術の極みを追い求
I
め、
have like,
どんなに挫折しようと、
by the way, I
あ
have
いつ
4 discs
は立ち
in
直
my
った。
computer right now, okay? I can fit one more
すごい人
if
なん
it's
だ
an
な。
M2. It has two
でも
M2 slots.
なんでその人に会いたくないんだ？
And I have
それはあいつ
one
が来るまで、
filled.
俺は
I
自分
have
が
two
明鏡止水
SSDs,
流
and
を
then I
受け継ぐ
have
ことを
one
目標にしていたから
HD
だ。
for long-term storage.
師匠の
which
弟
is
子たちの
mostly
中
anime.
で、俺は
So what I
最
did
も
was
優れた
I
才能を持
moved
ち、
all the stuff
誰よりも
that
剣の
hadn't
修行
been
をし、みんなの
completely
期待を
fucked
背負ってた。
from like the big drive, because the drive that
あい
failed
つが
was
来て
my
から全て
long-term
が変わっ
storage
た。
drive.
俺はあいつ
So
と
I
の
have to
勝
go
負
now
に
see
敗
you.
れ、
Oh,
メンツもチームを
see
失い
you.
門下を逃げ出
Good
したん
luck
だ。
or like
後から聞
sleep
いた
well. I don't
話だ
know.
が、
If you're going
あ
to
いつは
bed,
師
you
匠
should
とも
leave
勝
early
負を
for
したら
bed
しい。
maybe, like a little bit.
師
But
匠はすでに
sleep
年を取って
tight when
い
you
て、
go to bed.
勝負の中で最後の気力を使い果たしてしまったそうだ。
But yeah.
それから俺はもうあいつと何の交流もしてねえ。
It was the long-term
だが
storage
正直な
drive
ところ、
that
俺はあ
died.
いつの剣
And it's
術
been
と
dying
そ
for
れ
a
を
while
追求
now,
する
but I didn't
心を
expect
認め
it
て
to
る。
just
だ
suddenly
か
be
ら
like,
あい
it's
つ
not
が
entirely
発
dead.
狂したと聞いた
It's
時
getting
は
kinda
嘘だと
worse,
思ってた。
but it has so
あい
many
つが発狂なんかす
sections
る
that
玉
are
が
like
明
not
鏡止
working
水の
correctly.
極み
So
に
it's
達したやつなんだぞ。
become really slow.
それでこっそり本当に狂ったかどうか確かめに来たんだ。
So I decided, like,
なの
I'm
に
just
あい
gonna
つ
buy a new
俺の名
one
前なんか
because
呼んでやが
they're
った。
way cheaper now
俺は
and
てっ
they're
きり
way higher
もう
quality
とっくに
because like
忘れたのかと
Toshiba
思っ
is
てた
way
ぜ。
better.
とに
So
か
I
く
bought one. It's a
あい
little
つに
bit
害を
larger,
加え
like
る
a
つもりはねえ
terabyte
よ。
larger than my old
た
one. The
だ
old
確
one
か
was
めに来た
3
だけなんだ。
terabytes. This one is 4
ああ、
terabytes.
もう
So I
帰
can
ってく
fit
れ。
everything I need on it.
俺から
I
話すこ
did
と
a
はもう何
backup
も
of
ねえ。
all the
邪気払いの
documents
儀
and
式も
pictures and like all
すでに
those
終わった頃だ
folders,
ろ
as well as like the app data, program files
邪気払いの儀式を
x86
邪魔しに来たわ
for
けじゃな
like
か
the
ったんだ
specific
な。
programs I need.
誤解だったみたいだ。
And I just
でも
moved them over.
この人を連れて
to the
行く
new
べきかどう
drive
かは
and
迷うな。
then once I installed
とりあえず
a bunch of
邪
stuff,
気
I
払いの
just
儀式
sort
が
of
どうなったか
shoved
見に行ってみよ
the
う。
old program files and app data over so they would save over the new installations, which is how I made the Wave setup work again without having to reset it entirely from the beginning. But I do believe I have to reinstall some drive still, because I think the audio drivers did kind of fuck up during installation. And exercise. Toshiba is
師
indeed
匠
a
は
good
茶
broad.
器に取り憑かれたわけじゃない。
So Toshiba is like really
自
fucking
分から狂
good.
ったとでも言うんで
And
すか。
the only reason I didn't buy it last time is because it was more expensive
私は信
than
じ
the
ません。
one I bought.
きっと何か
And
事情が
it
あるに
lasted
違いあ
me
りま
for
せん。
many years. So the
ナナ
hearing
コ
is no
落
excuse
ち
on
着
the
け
PC designer.
申し訳ございません。私の力ではドモンさんが取り憑かれているのを確認することはできませんでした。しかし
So it's been
こ
dying
の
for a
世
while.
界には
Yeah,
様
it
々な
has.
邪が存在します。
It's been dying for a
その
long
多くは
time.
私が今まで見たこともないもので、
And I'm also
今の段階
thinking
で結論を出すことはで
because
きませ
I
ん。
also have a
それに
problem. Like I think it's
こ
caused
のこと
by
に転
because
機
I
が
have
ないとは
multiple
限りませ
graphics
ん。
cards. In order to be
先
able
ほ
to
ど私
stream
が
where
得た情
one
報
of the
によります
graphics
と、
cards
八重
is
様があなた
entirely
方の師匠
focused
に
on
会ってみたいとおっ
OBS
しゃっているようです。
and the other is just for
八
the
重
game
様
and
が
stuff.
俺の知ってるあの の八重様がですか？
Because
丸上大社の大巫女様
like as a
八重
VTuber,
様が
the VTuber programs in order to
よかった
have
です
full
こ
body
れで
motion
師匠は
capture
助かります
with the camera
ええ
like this.
八重様は幅広い知識を持ち合わせており
これまでも
of a
数々
computer
の災悪と
to do
邪
that.
気を払ってきました。あなた方の師匠が
I'm
邪
actually
気に取り
genuinely
憑かれたのか
thinking
は分か
about
りませんが、
buying
八重
the,
様なら
like one of the
きっと正しい
latest
答えを
graphics
導き出せるでしょ
but I
う。
checked because they
その
released
お
today.
巫女様、
So,
八
fun
重様
fact,
に会
if
う
you
に
go
は
to like
何か準備は必要で
look
しょうか。
up the RTX
必要ありません。
5090, 5080, 5070, those
唯一
released
行うべ
today,
きは
the 50 series
指定された時間
just
に
released.
鳴神大社に着くことです。八重様
And
は
so
無駄
I'm
に
gonna
待つこ
go
とを嫌っ
Web
ています。
Hallen. I'm
で
gonna
は
check
私はこれ
what
で
the 32 gigabytes
鳴神大社に
cost.
てお会いしましょう。
Because
土門
32
さんが
gigabytes, that
い
is
ち早
more
く回
than
復するこ
double
とを
what I have
祈
now.
っています。
Because currently I have a 8 gigabyte
まさ
and a
か
12
八重様
gigabyte
が俺た
graphics
ちの
card.
師匠を気にかけてくれるなんて。
兄さんは師匠の名声が八重様の目に留まらないとでも言いたいのですか？
いや、そんな、それは
And
誤
I'm
解だ。
gonna search
ただ
for the
八重
ones
様なん
that
だぞ。
are
噂で
MSI
は
because I
将
have an
軍様と
MSI
深い
computer
関係にある大巫女
and
様
it
だって。
tends to work better. Match them.
とにかく明日は君も来てくれ。
So, for
わざわざ
example, if
遠
I
くか
were
ら
to
弟子入り
get
に来たんだ。
the
どんな結
MSI
果になろうと
RTX
我々明鏡止水流は君に結果をもたらすべきだろう。
gaming one with 3 fans on it,
その
it
八重
cost
様って人が気になるぞ。
34,539 Swedish
その
crowns.
人からライデン
That's
将軍の情報を
about
聞き出せるかも
just
しれない
divide
し
that
な。
by 10. That's like $3,500 approximately, just very, very approximate. RTX 5090 32 gigabyte around 2K. Yeah, but for 21% better performance than the RTX 4090 24 gigabyte, not worth it. Plus the RTX 40 will be cheaper. The problem is the 24 gigabytes, they stopped selling those. So you can't buy them. Otherwise I would like to buy one of those instead because it's much cheaper and the performance would still be a huge like improvement from what I currently have, even if I remove one of my graphics cards and focus only on having a single graphics card, so I won't have like any errors that comes from having 2 graphics cards. But they haven't. They're still selling them now. Maybe not in your area. Like, yeah. I meant in my area. Because, like, Webhallen doesn't have them anymore. And Elgiganten, all out. Like, I checked all the trustworthy ones in Sweden. None of them have them. Except like one, but that one is a used one. So I would be buying a used graphics card for, I think it costs on that
あの
site
人が八重様か。
19,000 Swedish
ジュイアの
crowns.
言ってた通り、すごく
Which is
強
like,
いオーラを
I'm
放
not
って
gonna
る
buy a
ぞ。
used graphics card.
さっきオイラたちのことを見てなかったか？オイラの
You
見
can
間
buy
違いだ
a
ったか
full
も。
gaming PC for that kind of money.
何せ
Exactly.
オイラたちとあの人って初めて会ったはずだから。
来るな。
I think there are
俺に近づ
it's
くな。
cheaper to just buy a
もう
full
剣は
gaming
やめたんだ。
PC that happens to have the same
見て
graphics
の通
card.
りです。
Because
八重様、
then
土
you
門
can
さ
just
んは
take
ず
the
っとこ
graphics
の状
card
態です。
and put in your old graphics card into that PC
彼
and
に
give
負
it
け
to
た
a
人が
friend.
周りで自分を
I think
罵
that
って
is
いるよう
cheaper.
で、とても苦しんでい
Just
ます。
buying the only the
八重様。
graphics card.
師匠は
Like why?
邪気に取りつかれたのでしょうか？師匠は以前このような感じではありませんでした。
But yeah, I
師
wouldn't
匠は
mind
昔
buying the
どんなことがあっても笑っていたのです。
old 4090
残念じゃが
or
ランジ
like
ラ
the
の師
MSI
匠から邪
4090
気は感じられぬ。
そんな。
gaming
では
TI.
師匠
I
は
think it was gaming
そう
TI Super.
自らこのようになった。
Yes,
巨大な
24
重
gigabyte
圧に
should
耐
be
えか
really
ね
good.
心は崩壊、精神も傷つき、最後には発狂する。
Now check
水に落ち
just
たもの
chatting
の
on
ように
Discord.
あがけばあがくほど暗く冷たき深海に落ちる。原因はおそらく神の目を失ったことじゃろう。神の目を奪われると
Are
いう
you
のは
standing on
願いを
water
奪わ
or
れる
on
ことと同
nothing?
じじゃ。
What are you standing on?
しかし八重様、願いを奪われたというのなら師匠は一般の人に戻るだけなんじゃないです
What
か。
the fuck?
どうして発狂なんて。
In the the floor.
汝らの流派
Yes. You
霊
just
境
sunk
止水
down
流といっ
halfway
た
through the
か
floor.
いい
I
な
have
じ
an
ゃ
RTX
が
4060 and I'm
今
more
の
than
この
happy
世
with
の
it.
中
It's an
本
8
物の
gigabyte
明鏡止
GPU,
水
but
など
that
ど
cost
こ
me
にもあらぬ
320 euros
冷
brand
静
new.
に興味ない
But
と
remember
自
now,
称する
VRAM
者
is
は
not everything. There are
弟
GPUs
弟
with
子
4
に破
gigabytes
られ
that are
門
better than
下
the
を
ones
去
with
る
8 gigabytes, and there are
年
other
配
things
の
that
剣
come
術
later.
家は
Shaded
怒
units,
りを
ROMs,
抱き
core speed,
自
memory
身の
bus,
教え子
bandwidth,
に勝負
PCI
を仕
Express,
掛け
etc.
る
Yes,
では
exactly.
雑念が
However,
な
like
いよう
the
に見え
reason
るもの
VRAM
が
is so important
そ
for
の
me
手
is
で
because
自
I
身
use
の
so
師
many
匠と
programs at
兄
the
弟
same
子を
time,
任した時
which is taking
本
up
当に
most
何
of
も
the
感じる
VRAM.
と思うか
八重様のおっ
So
しゃる意味は
while if you
剣の道
only
と
play,
は
if you only
先
use it for
天
playing
段
games,
か
then
剣
the
術で
VRAM
天
is
下
not
一
that
を取るこ
important
とは
because you will have
凡人
more
に
of
とって
like
たやすい
especially
もの
now
では
that
ない
games are
その手
releasing
に
the
剣を
function
持ち他者の夢を打ち砕いていく必要があるたとえそれが
basically
彼の近く
render
にい
extra
る
frames.
親しい
So
もの
instead
で
of
あろ
just
うと
making a
も
really good
ゆえ
GPU,
に
it
天
uses
下一を
AI
取る
to
という
put
願いに執着
frames
し
between the
苦し
frames
みを一時
and
的に
stuff,
忘れ
which
るこ
is
と
just
で
gonna
先に
and
進
it's
むこと
already
ができ
started.
た
Like
の
this is
だ
a
ろう
thing that have been
そ
proven.
の
Like
願いが失われた
newer
時
video game
彼は自
creators
分を否定し
are
始
too
め
lazy
恐怖にもが
to
く
actually
そしてこのようにな
what's
る
it called? When you make a game, in order for it to run
あ
well
の
on
未
PC,
熟
you
な
have to
我
do a
らの
bunch of stuff.
友
Like
人のよ
you
う
have
に
rendering distance
師匠は
and stuff like that. You
ずっと
don't
その
need
よう
to
な苦しみを
render the
抱えてき
entire
たのですね
fucking game
すま
the
ない
entire map.
全部俺のせ
Yeah,
いなんだ
optimize exactly.
父さん
Most,
師匠
not most, but like a
安西さん
bunch of them, and it's getting more common. People are getting too lazy to optimize because on PC you have so many different kind of PCs. Like
オイラたちの
on
後を
PlayStation, everyone has the same setup. It's like okay, you either have a PS5,
どうして安
PS5
西が
Slim, or
二
a PS5 Pro or whatever,
鬼なのか
and you know
俺に
how much
復
those
讐しに
really
来たんだろう
takes, like how
わかっ
much
て
they
るさ
can handle. So
やはり
optimizing
俺
for
はあの時
PlayStation is not that hard because you only have 3
確かに
variations
俺は
of
お
the
前
latest
のことを
hardware.
気に食わねえやつだと思ってる
But if you
だ
go
が
to PC, you
お
have
前
like
の謝罪なんか
a
聞き
bunch
た
of
く
things
ね
where
え
it's like
何年
oh,
も経ち
people's
もう全部
graphics
理解し
cards
た
must be supported like
鼻からお
depending
前
on
は間違ったことなんか何もしてね
the CPU
間違えて
and
たのは
stuff like
俺な
that,
ん
and
だ
it's like oh, this CPU
メン
cannot
ツを
handle
失う
this
ことに
much.
耐えかねて
So you have to be
門下
like
から
okay,
逃
we
げ
have
出
to
した
set a minimum.
お前
We
に
have to
任され
actually
た
make
ほ
it
とんどの
playable
やつ
a
が
minimum, but
お前を責めたり
most
な
of
ん
the
かしねえと
minimum
俺は信じて
requirements
る
are not
そ
playable
れどころか
when you
俺
look
たちは
on newer
自
games
分
on
たち
Steam
の
and it's
願
like
い
oh,
を
this is
お
the
前に
minimum.
託した
Play this.
お
And
前
it's
が
like
さらに
it
高みに行ける
runs
ことを
so
願ってた
badly. It's
お前の願い
unplayable.
が奪われ俺たちの期待に応えられねえことはもう知って
Programming
る
is really interesting because there are ways that you can optimize for
だけどお前は
basically any
あい
situation.
つらの願いまで奪っちゃ
But
な
it
らね
takes
え
time because you have to think
剣
about
術
stuff
を
like
磨き
oh,
天下一を
in
取る
Silent Hill, for example, they
お
did
前
a
があい
really
つらに教え
shitty
たこと
job
じゃねえ
with
か
the optimization
だがい
because
つの日か
you
あい
have
つらも俺のように
you don't need to render a great
血
distance.
をにじませながら
You
天下
don't
一を追い
need
か
to
けるかも
render
し
the
れない
entire block.
最初
The
から間違
reason it
って
runs
た
so
んだ
badly on some systems is because it renders way more than what you
い
see.
つの日か
And
あ
that
い
is
つらも俺
really
みたいになるっ
stupid
てい
because
う
they
のなら
could literally just
俺は
make it so
前
it
に
doesn't
進むこ
render
とを
more
や
than
め
like a few meters
ここで
outside
立ち
of
止
the
まる
fog.
方がマシだそいつらの考えを聞いたことはあるか
Someone did the thing where they
師匠は
took
以
the
前
command,
海賊から私を救ってくださいました
they removed the
私は
fog
その時師
so
匠
they
の
could
後ろを
see
追いかける
what
こ
it
とに
looks
決め
like
たので
without
す
fog, and it
将
rendered
来
so much stuff
師匠
you
のように苦
can't
しむのかなんて
see any
私
of
には分かりません
because of a fog that is always
ただ
there
私
in
に
the
分かるのは
game. So why does it
今
render
の
this?
私はまだ
Because they didn't
止
put
ま
in
り
the
たく
time
ない
to
ということだ
optimize,
けです
so it wouldn't
いつの
render.
日か 正々堂
unnecessary
々
stuff.
胸を張り、
And that makes the
私は師匠の
computer
弟子で
need more power
明
in
鏡
order
止
to
水流の
like
伝承
it
者なんだ
needs
と
to use more of a
皆
GPU
さん
in
に
order to
伝えるこ
render
とが
it
でき
because
ると信じています。
yeah, that's how it works.
7個だけじゃない。俺
So
たち
for games,
他のみん
like
なもそう思っ
if
て
you
る。
just play games, you're not a
お前たち。
streamer. You can just get
ほら
a
見ろ。
graphics card that focuses
自分
on
の願い
making
を
the
そい
gaming
つらに
experience
託
good.
してもいいんじゃ
But
ね
as
え
a
か。
streamer, you have to think about
願いが
stuff like
奪われるなんてこと。
outside of a game. You're
俺
also
は
gonna
経
have
験したこ
either
ともないから
OBS
わかる
or
はずもねえ。
Streamlabs or
だがお前
something
に負
similar.
けたあの
XSplit
時
is also
俺も
a
願いが
stream
砕かれる
opera,
瞬
right?
間を感じたことはあ
And
る。
you have all of
だから
these.
よ。
And you're gonna
俺が
have
自
to
分
think
の
about,
願いを
okay,
お前に
those are
託した
also
よう
gonna
に
run on the
お前も
GPU
そいつらに願いを
and
託せ
run on the CPU.
俺とお前は
But
違
that
う
will most likely
俺が去った
bottleneck
時
your CPU
俺に
if
は何にもなかった
your CPU is
だがお
not
前
that
には
powerful. Because
こんなにも優秀な
and
弟
that
子たち
depends
が
on
た
the
くさんい
motherboard,
るじ
like
ゃねえ
how
か
many lines
そう
does it
か
have
わか
for
ったよ
the CPU.
すまな
And
かった
because if you have a
名教
lot
師
of
清流の師範だというの
uh,
に
hard
お前た
drive,
ちに心配をかけてしまった
those are gonna be
今の俺
busy
は天下
like
一になん
taking
て
up
興味はない
like the CPU is gonna
心
be
にある
busy
虚無と
taking
苦
care of
痛が
those
解
as
消さ
well.
れない限り
And it's
再
like
び雑
there's
念
so
のない
much to
心
think
に
about. And
到
then you
達する
have
ことは不可能
the
だ
other programs as
だ
a
がお
VTuber.
前
I
たちの
have
師匠として
two
俺が
programs
この人生で
just
学ん
for
だ全ての
VTubing.
ものを
One of them is for
お
this
前たちに
tracking,
教え
which
てやる
sends to a different
この点
program,
は
which is
兄弟子に
Vinyan.
も監
I
督し
have
てもらい
Ixer
たい
Animator for tracking. I have
もちろん
Vinyan
見
for
張っておく
everything
さ
else. Vinyan
また
connects
発狂されたら
both to
困る
OBS,
のは
to
こっ
my
ちだから
Stream
な
Deck, and to
だが俺
Twitch.
はも
So
う
it
今の気ままな
constantly
生活
runs
に慣れてる
like
道場に残
to
るのは
get
やめておこう
information from all of those.
たまにお前の
So
ところに行っ
whenever you
て
guys
サボってねえか見て
use
やる
a
何をほうけてる
like
んだ
use a bunch of emotes.
早く八重様に
Just
礼を言って
input
帰
a
るぞ
bunch of emotes. Do that right now in chat, and you will see what Vinyan does. No, come on, Alex. Did I hear spam emotes? Yes. Please spam all the emotes you
これ
got.
で解決したよな
旅人さん
There we
お
go.
待ちを八重様からお話がございますやはり
Emotes show up
わらわ
on
の
screen.
気のせいじ
This
ゃ
is
なか
because it's directly
異
connected to
境
Twitch.
から訪れる風
It
こ
calls
の
for
海域に
reading.
新たな望
And
みを
then
吹
I
きつけ
have
るわらわたち
using my
の出
stream
会い
deck.
は
I can
少々
now
早すぎたかもしれぬ
manually. Okay, I have to
汝
read
がこ
those
の
are
島
broken
を
because
訪
I
れた
forgot
時期は
to
ちょうどよかっ
fix
たと
those.
言
But
え
like
よ
I have buttons so I can manually call on certain
わらわの
functions
期待
like the
に応え
headpads
ら
and
れ
stuff.
るよ
That currently they're
励
broken
むが
because
よい
of my reinstallation of my
わったよ
computer. I will be fixing that until next. Because that shouldn't be that hard.
あの八重様って人
Just look at what the Doom engine
お前
does.
に興
Only
味
render
津
where
々
you
み
look.
たいだな
Exactly!
不
That
思
is
議な
something
や
a
つ
lot
だ
more people
な
need to learn how to do. It's
さ
like
っき言った
there's
ことの
multiple
意味は
levels of
一
rendering.
体
You have short distance rendering, which is everything that is right in front of your face. Long distance rendering,
今は
everything that
早
is
く
really
戻
far
って
away.
早かに報告し
And
よう
then
ぜ
background rendering, which is like, oh yeah, pictures and stuff like the skybox. Like the sky is not an item that is like interactable with. Like you can't touch it directly in game. It's a picture that is really far away. And like you can render the
私
sky
に報告か
like way differently to save power. And it's like it's not hard at all to do that. But then it's like when you in Breath of the Wild they did amazing when it comes to this, like rendering and everything. Wait, let me just so in Breath of the Wild what they did essentially is whenever you're really far away, you have a bunch of trees, and when you look at them, you can see that the shadows are still moving around. Like they changed them to pictures of like trees and stuff that are far away. They're pictures, 2D images, because you're too far away to tell. Unless you look really closely on like a big TV. And the thing is, they render this in a way where the 2D images of the trees still have shadows that move accordingly with the sun, which makes them not stick out, but it saves a lot of rendering power because you can still see far ahead, which is really important in an open world game, that you can see a large part of the map. But other than that, it's like
こう
you don't
して
need
会うの
everything
は
to
初めてで
render
すね
at the
旅人さん
same
パイ
level
モン
as
さ
the
ん
short distance. Separate short
あなた
distance and
方
long
が友
distance
人たち
rendering.
を手伝ってくれたことは
You
すでにお
can
聞き
actually
しまし
set
た
up so
本
models
当にお疲れ様
have
でした
like you have different sets of models depending on or like
そう
not
だぞ
different sets of
神の
models
目を
exactly,
取
but
り
you
戻
can
さない限り
scale how
何
many
をやっても
vertices
効
the
果がない
models
気が
have, and that will lower the quality of the model itself if they go below a certain threshold. But then you set the minimum threshold to be
あ
at the
の3
point
つ
where
の
you're
出来
like,
事から
off. This
私
is
は
the
すでに
minimum I
あなた方
feel
を
is
友人とみな
acceptable
したか
for
ら
me.
です トーマと話すとき
Like
と
I don't
同
want
じ
it
よう
to
に
look like a
友
like
人とは
PS2 game.
屏風越しにお話は
I
できま
want
せ
them
ん。
to look like they're a modern game. So yeah,
ちょ
you
っ
can.
と待った
There's so much stuff you can do, and
お前の
with the new
家来
graphics
だ
card,
ろおや
graphics cards,
未来は嫌
multiple,
だぞ
with the AI frame rendering,
パイモンさんは本当に面白い方ですね。
people
トーマ
overly
は
rely
私の
on
家
this.
来で
This
ある
was
以前
not
に
meant
私の友人でございます。
used as like, oh, let's just have the PC render the extra frames in order to reach 60 FPS on a modern game.
じゃあお前の
It's
友達
meant
に
so it should last longer. It's meant so that
ありが
this
とうござい
game,
ます。
even in 10
本題
years,
に戻りますが、神の目を失った方々の苦しみを見て、
decently.
どのように感じられ
Now,
たでしょうか。
yes, Alex.
神である将軍様の目には、すべての生き物は
I need to get
一
into game
つ一
creation
つの
again.
生
Gosh,
命に過ぎないの
you're
かも
being
しれ
hella
ませ
cute.
ん。
That is all.
雷鳴、成功、強風、周雨。それらの到来は人々の思いに配慮することなどありません。しかし、あなたでしたらきっと感じ取っていただけますよね。
I was sitting with my like a pizza in this hand for
どう
like
やら
half an
私
hour.
の気持ちを理解していただけた
I
ようで
still
す
haven't
ね。
even finished half of my food.
であれば、もう一度お考
Oh,
え
I
を。
just realized you redeemed. I'm so sorry, Forsaken.
本
I
当で
need
す
to
か？
set it so I can hear when you're redeeming stuff, so I can have like bling, and then I know, oh, someone redeemed something.
はい、もちろんです。
Have you been a good?
まったく
Ethan?
お嬢にはかなわない。
彼はそれらを放ってはおけないお方だと言ったではありませんか。やはり私は正しい方を信じることができました。では、このことはご内密にお願いします。木漏れ茶屋に向かいましょう。シャブ業にいる一般の方を
But
巻き
yeah,
添
I
えにしない
really
ためにも
hope more. Like, if you are thinking of making a game right now, definitely get into it.
ま
Definitely do.
たここに来たな
Please don't
先に
be
話を
lazy
始め
with
てくれ。
optimization.
俺は周囲の見張りをし
The
てくれよ。
better you optimize your game, the more people are gonna be able to
こ
play it.
こは一体何のため
Because
の
if
場
you
所なん
only
だ
think about
どうしてい
making
つ
a
もこ
game
こに
and
集合す
sending
る
it
ん
out,
だよ
and
ここは
it turns out
か
only
つて
the
将軍様から与えられた
highest
シャ
level
ブ
of
業の
like
放置。
gaming
シャブ業
owners
上里家のみが
can play
計
it.
画、
There's
建
so many
設、
people who are
修
never
理、
gonna be able to play
そ
it
し
to
て出
begin
入り
with.
するものの管理を許されています。
And that is sad.
これらはすべてシャ
A
ブ業の
really
再始事務の
well-optimized
特殊性に関係して
and
います。
essentially lost forever.
多くの場合で周りの方を近づかせないようにする必要がございますので。
おいらわかったぞ
Because sure, like 10 years from now, we're gonna have
その
graphics
後
card that are way
城
better than
内での
today,
祭
more
事が
like
減っ
most
てか
likely.
らシャブ
But
業の
10
人
years
間の
from
みが
now,
自由に出入りできる
if
この
your
茶
game
室を
was never big
先輩
to
方が建てら
begin
れた
with,
のです。
そっか
you're not gonna
確
get
か
the
に秘
gamers
密基地にはぴったり
10 years from now who will be
さて、
like, oh,
ここ
we
で
can
は自
finally
由に
play
話
this
すことが
game.
できます。
Because now
何か
the
ご
graphics
質問は
cards
ご
are
ざいます
cheap
か？
enough for us to afford them to play this game. Like that's not gonna happen. I feel like a lot of people
もちろん
misunderstand
試
and
み
think
ました
that, oh,
しか
just
し
even
メ
if
ガリ
they
レーを
can't
廃
play
止
it
する
like
提案が
today
天守
because
閣へ届くたび、
it costs too much
天
to
領
buy
奉
a
行と
proper
勘
graphics
定奉行
card,
による両奉行の秘訣に
you
よっ
can play
て
it in 10 years when
毎
the
回
graphics
却
card
下
is
されてし
cheaper.
まうの
No,
です。
it's gonna be
彼ら
new
は
games then.
無条件で将軍様の決定を支持する態度をと
If
って
you
お
want a
り、
proper GPU for
相談
VRAM
の余
usage,
地さえ
get a
見当たりま
workstation
せん。
GPU.
そもそも
Um,
将軍様が突然メガリレーを
No,
出したのは
the thing is,
一体
So,
どの
Alex,
ような理由からなのでしょう。
those are different. They wouldn't really work for this. Because the thing is, workstation GPUs are meant for different types of workloads.
将軍様、
So, a
私は
gaming
将
GPU
軍
is
様
meant
と
for
それ
gaming.
ほ
It's
ど多く
optimized
お
for
会いした
that.
ことはございませ
Then
ん。
there's
お会いし
graphics
たの
cards
も
that are
そ
optimized
のほとん
for
どが祭祀
video
の儀式
editing.
場でのことです。
And
記憶ではとて
so
も威
you
厳あ
have
る方
these
で、
really,
高
really
貴で尊
expensive
く
video editing
類を
graphics
見ないほ
cards.
どの威
You
圧感
can't
を
game
放って
on
いま
them.
した。
Like, they
それ
run
以外で
worse
最
than
も
the
印象
cheapest
的だった
gaming
の
cards.
は、 彼女には感情が
I'm
ほ
not
と
saying
ん
to
どな
use them
く、
for gaming, I'm saying
統
for you
治
to
者
use
と
them
い
for
うより
yourself.
も
But it wouldn't
無
work
情な
because
執行者と
they
し
are
て
meant for rendering
様々な
video
形で
quickly.
永遠という
But they're
唯一
not
の目
meant
標を
for
実践しているよう
live
でした。
software.
実は
It will. No,
ほ
because
と
it's
んどの方にとっ
the
て
thing is this
メガ
the
リレーは
softwares I
自身
use
と
they
関係
work
ない
much
こ
the
とな
same
の
way
で
as
す。
gaming. Like they
神の
need
目
it
を
to
持つ
be
ものは
rendered
それほど数が多
immediately.
くあ
It's
りま
not
せん。
like oh we can
それど
take
ころ
our
か
time
嫉
and
妬を
render
招
this.
く
No,
ほど
it
です。
needs to be rendered
そのた
live.
め多くの民
Like
は
it,
それに対し
I
て
don't know
無
how to
関心
explain
な
it
のです。
very well, but like
そんな
don't forget the change in OS that also
あまりいい気
changes.
は
So
し
those
ない
10 years
な。
later, you might not be able to run the
しか
game at
し
all because
私
it
たち
only
以
runs
外
on
に
a
も
certain OS, and a
遠
new
方
GPU
の
don't
渡
run
積
on that
島
OS.
に
Oh yeah,
抵抗
that is
軍が
also a
存在し
very
てい
good
ます。
one.
抵
And I
抗
freaking
軍
hate that.
メガリレーに抵抗し
The
てるの
future is
か
essentially
はい。
make them for Linux.
神の目を失っ
Guys,
た者や
if
失
you
うこ
wanna
とを恐れている者が
future-proof your video
渡
games,
積島のサンゴノ
looking
宮の
at
下
how
で抵
Windows
抗組
is
織を
turning
結成
out
したので
with
す。
Windows 11 and
サンゴノ宮
awful
に関して
practices and
は
just AI in
も
everything.
ともと鳴神島の幕府と
Please,
信仰上
try
の
out
衝突を
Linux.
してい
Try
たようで
making
す。
a Linux
彼女ら
version
の
of your
率い
game.
る抵抗軍に他の意図
Trust
が
me.
あるかどうかは分かりませんが
It will be worth it. Because a lot of people have switched over to Linux now.
おやパイモンさん
And
何が聞き
I
たいのでしょう。
mean,
どう
SteamOS
や
is
ってメガリ
Linux-based,
レーに
isn't
抵
it?
抗するんだ
SteamOS is
正
on its
直
way from the looks of it. Like
ま
they
だ
have
決
been
まって
working
い
on
ま
it for
せん。
many years, and they aren't gonna release it until it's
メ
a
ガリレー
fully
に抵抗する
working
ということ
OS.
は神に抗うことにもなります。
I'm a cybersecurity
その覚悟
specialist.
を決
I'm
め
not
るだ
saying
けで
that
も
I know everything, but I
容易
do
なこ
know
とで
this
はご
type
ざ
of
いま
stuff.
せ
You
ん。
can play them in games,
じ
you
ゃ
can get a decent
じ
frame rate,
ゃあ
but
どう
not
す
better
る
than
ん
a
だ
GTX
よ
1080.
今のところ私たちにできるのは
Yeah,
メガリレーによる損
and
害を減らす方法を
I
探
did
し出すことだけでしょう。例えば
study IT
神の目の所有者をかくまったり
too. So
偽の神の目を作
the
り
thing is,
その場をしのいだりすることです。
神の目って
when you have a graphics card that's optimized for
花
video
見坂
rendering,
の
what
手芸職
it
人の手
does
に
is
かかれば
essentially like
肉眼では見分けの
has
つかない
way more
偽の神の目
VRAM,
を
so it
作り
can
出すこと
render
ができます。
faster, but it's not like it's rendering at the same pace, like a stable pace where it's like live. It's not like instant. So sure, you can play games on it, like you said.
し
But the
か
thing
し
is,
現在
it would
あ
play
る問題がござい
worse
ます。
than getting a
か
game
ね
one.
てより私たちのた
Like
め
I said,
に
they offer
偽
animation
の
modeling and
神の
rendering.
目を製
Exactly.
造してきた
And the thing
正
is,
勝先生
you
が
would think this
数日前
is
に天領奉行の方に身柄を拘束されてしまいました。
this is animation. It's not. This does not count as animation
長
because
期
it
的
is
な解
just
決
a
策ではなかっ
live
たので
feed
見つかるの
directly
も仕
to the
方なかった
bones
の
of
で
the
すが
model to say, move
こ
like
のまま
this.
正勝先生を
And
見
it
捨てる
has
わ
to
け
do
には
it
いきません。
immediately. It's not like, oh, we can think about how it's gonna move so we can
私も
move it
そう思い
more
ます。
smoothly.
しかし脱獄となりますと
So mocap
私と
renders
トーマはシャブ業
not
としての身分がございますのでこのことが露見すれ
how
ば
to explain it.
上里家全体を巻き込んでしまいます。その後もちろん
Companies
こ
like
のことを
DreamWorks,
すべて
they use them for
あなた
animation.
一人に
Exactly.
丸投げすることはいたしません。
They
準備が
render it,
整い次第
they make it,
花見坂へ
then
向
they
かってく
render
ださ
it.
い。
And it just
そこに
left on its own so
長
it
野
can do
原
its
とい
thing.
う花火屋がございます。
It's
そこ
very
であな
different
たを
from
手助
when
けし
you're
てく
playing
れ
a
る方を
game
見
and
つ
it
けら
has
れ
to
るでしょう。
render live. This has to render live. All of the programs I use has to do it live. Damn it, game. Oh, there we go. I thought it's good, but it wouldn't work with my current setup. To have a
怖がらなくていい。
workstation CPU.
雷の方が私たちを避けるはずだ。
No big companies that use mocap also use Quadro RTXs, right? Yes, but those are not live rendered. Those are edited afterwards. Those are not like sent live, so they do it immediately. They
おとなしく私な。俺たちが手荒な真似をする前にな。元素力を使ってメガリレー
I
に
know what
抵抗するんな
mocap is, but I don't know
ら
why I just
頭を
thought
冷や
of
してきた方がいい
decaf
ぜ。
when I read it. That is
前にそうしたや
hilarious.
つがどんな結末をたどったか知らないわ わけじゃないだろう。無駄なあがきだぜ。
Oh, I know what you mean.
見逃してくだ
Thank
さい。
you.
この神の目は
Okay, I finally
手に入れたばかりなんです。
Sort of explain.
使わないと誓いますので。
ちょうど神の目の押収現場に出くわしたぞ。放ってはおけないよな。
ちょいちょい待ちや。
So yeah, like they would work very well for like when I'm actually making edits, you know, when I'm editing the streams for YouTube. That type of editing, they would work amazing. I could basically, I would be able to take a 6-hour video editing, or like a video render, like a 6-hour long video. Takes me around an hour and a half on my current graphics card, which is a 3060.
静かにしとき。うちら
You
ま
mean
で見つかって
capturing
ま
the
うや
video
ろ。
converted to the model and then converted for
これでいい
OBS?
ですか、武士様。
No.
それでいい。
Okay, so you have live rendering and then you have like rendering that you just sort of leave and it does the thing. It's like it's already got the data.
神の目を失った後、
Okay, so
何が起きるのか知
you
ら
have
ないのか。
live rendering means it's happening now. You can't wait with it. You can't just think about it for a bit.
よいみや
You
さん、
have to show
あり
it
がとうござい
immediately.
ます。
Live rendering.
さっき僕にくれた偽物がなければ、本
That's
当
the
に押
gaming.
収されて
Gaming
るところ
needs
でし
live
た。
rendering.
気にせんといて。
And this
あんた
setup,
も結構永
me
遠にして
moving
た
my
ね。
model live, also has live rendering. It happens now. It can't wait to show it.
そうとも知ら
Then
ず
you
に
have rendering where it's like you have already done the thing. Like you've already made the video. Like currently, I'm recording.
ええんや。
This recording,
あん
once
たら
it's
のさっき
finished,
の
I
反
will
応。
put it
同
into
じ
the
立場
Vinci
におる人
Resolve.
間やってのがよう分かったわ。
Then I will render
互い
that
に理解す
movie
るっちゅうのは
or
めっちゃ
that
重要
video
なことや。あんたも
as
そう思うやろ。あ、自己紹介がまだやったな。
where I can like cut out a bunch of stuff. I can
こ
add
の
some
長野
stuff
原
if
花火
I
屋の
want to. I'm
現
very
店
lazy,
主
so I just keep it
普
very
段は
bare
花火を
minimum.
作って生計を立ててんねん。
When
よろし
I
ゅうな。
have edited the video,
花見坂
I
で
can
よいみやさんを知
then
らない
render
人はい
it
ませんよ。夏
And
祭
that
りの女
rendering
王
is
とは
not happening
まさに彼女のこと。
it's just
彼女と彼
working
女が
on
花火がなければ、鳴
It's
神
not
島に
showing
夏がないのと同じことです。
as it goes.
すごい人なんだな。
It's rendering it, and then after it's rendered, you can watch it.
そないなこと言われると照れるな、半四郎。それと、
No, not
うちに
post.
礼を言うよりも、
Um,
正勝先生に感謝しや。正勝先生が偽の神の目を
You're
残
trying
して
to
く
say
れ
is
たお
I'm
かげや
alive
そ
right
こ
now, and that requires a different
あん
type of
時
power than the
うち
quadrosat.
の神の目も
Yes.
正勝先生の偽物を使う
The
て回ったん
quadro
や。
would be great. Like the
もし
motion,
奪
the
われて
reason
た
it's
ら
used for
商売
motion
上がったりやった
capturing
で。
is because most of the
はあ
motion capturing isn't
正勝先生は本
shown
当にいい方な
as
の
you
に、
move.
どう
Like
して
I am
報われない
moving
の
and
で
it
しょう。
instantly moves exactly like I do. Like it's less than a second's delay.
なん
But if you,
や
I used the
あんたらも
quadro
正
and
勝
had
先
it
生を知っとるん
render
か
along with my movement, it would be very jagged. It would be
白
very
鷺の姫君が手配したもんやったん
delayed.
や
It
な
would。be a huge delay. So I could be
実
speaking,
はここ数日
and then
獄
a
中
few
に乗り込
seconds
もうと
later,
企んどったと
you
ころ
see my
や。
mouth move.
せやけどいきなり無謀に
Because it
突っ
has
走
to
っても
think first.
神
But
里
the
さんに迷惑
level,
かける
like
だけ
the
やと思うて
quality
な。
of the movement, is a lot better.
うちもあんたらと一緒に
But
行
it's
動さ
not
せてくれへん
good
か
for when you have to do
も
it
ちろんいいぜ。
as you go.
早くもオ
But
イ
if
ラたち
I
に
want to make
長野
a
原花火屋
dance
で
video
助っ人に
that
会っ
I'm
てほ
gonna
しいって
post
言ってた
after,
さ。
I'm not gonna send it
どうや
live.
ら
I'm
良
just
い
gonna
宮のこと
dance
だったみたいだな。
and then just edit it a little bit to make
ど
it
うや
look
ら
nice.
店で神の命の所
That
有
type
者
of
を
motion
かくまう以外にも
capture
つ
would
い
be
に
perfect
他
with
の
it.
役割が回ってきたって
Because I
こ
could
とや
just
な。
do the video
正勝先生は
and
町奉
then
行所に閉じ
render
込
the
められとる
mocap.
あそこの
And
周
then
りは
I
も
could
ううちが
render the
偵察
video
したで。めっちゃ
that
ええ潜入場所
is
があん
from
ね
the
ん。
mocap.
良い
Now
宮は
look exactly what she does.
お前に会えてよかった
I
ぜ。
can wait. I can't activate it.
Hello?
Gosh, I have a
準
thing
備が
that
で
I
きたら
can't
出発する
activate
で
it.
絶対に正勝先生を助けるで。
Do that. Woo! Ah, the thing broke again. Tracking, come on. Tracking is a little bit off. I also need to upgrade the program. Where? to go there. Aha, I'm too lazy, so I'm just gonna teleport here and fly down. Hey, BRB, gonna go make dinner. See you soon! And what you gonna make? I'm a bit curious. Oh, I can't just... Come on, game. Fine, I'll go through the front entrance. Me. Tomato spaghetti? Ooh, nice. I hope there's cherry tomatoes. Those are the best.
思ってた以上に不気味なところだ。こっから入って正解やったな。
Thank you for redeeming
あ
the
いつら
street.
の注意を引かずに済んだわ。この機会を逃したらあかんで。こんなとこに閉じ込められるんは怖いやろな。はよう正勝先生を救いに行くで。
Just tomato spaghetti. What do
手
you
分
mean
けして
just
行動
tomato
するで。
spaghetti? It's freaking
正
amazing.
勝先生を
Of course
迎え
I
るに
use
は
cherry tomatoes.
少し準備がいるんや。
Yeah, Maestro, when you make this, it's actually a meal. Like, it's a... Tomato spaghetti is actually a dish. I'm a little bit over level for this section. Are you ready with tomato in the sauce? Yes! You basically fry the tomatoes directly in the pan with oil usually, like olive oil, and you have like garlic and some people use onion. Personally, I prefer without onion. Oh, I do really like feta cheese, mozzarella, or the best one is... Oh, what's it called? The one that looks like a ball. It looks very similar to mozzarella. That's like... how to explain it?
清掃を開始します。
I thought he meant tomato as in with spaghetti. You probably wrote it, so I was super confused. It's quick, it's simple, and it's good. Yeah.
こいつらなんだ強化されてるみたいだ。その力の源はあそこの鎧と関係してるんじゃないか。
What's it? It's the fucking chicken thing on called. It's really fucking good. And I would recommend.
荷物です。
Mainly like you, I guess. Mozzarella. It's similar to mozzarella. It's a Italian cheese, I think. And it's not cheddar. It's not like that type of pecorino. No, it's more like mozzarella. It's very similar to mozzarella. Yeah. Burrata. Thank you. Burrata is mozzarella. Well, I'm just thinking a specific mozzarella. Actually, I don't think burrata is a mozzarella. It's similar to it, but mozzarella is mozzarella. Burrata is burrata. I'm gonna destroy all of these. Ah! You don't get to have changing screens because I am an asshole. Oh, that just made me think of like those Reddit posts where it's like the parents remove their child's door so they have zero fucking privacy. Fucking evil. It's made with mozzarella? Really? No. Yes, it is. Oh my god, I feel so fucking stupid now. Well, at least you guys are fine with me being a dum-dum. Hello, mister.
貫こう。
先に引くぞ。
No butt brain is smoother than the marble. Yeah. We don't care if you're dumb or not, you're still wonderful to have in our lives. Oh, thank you. I'll be the smooth brain where it's like,
早く隠れろ。
okay, go no poof.
あっち見ろよ。あれが正勝先生みたいだな。
あんな小賢しい真似で俺たちを騙せるとでも思ったのか？
はっ、投獄だけで済むと思うなよ。
畜生、天領奉行のやつら正勝先生に暴行しとる。
早くどうにかして助け出さないと。おれ、よいみや、お前いつの間に。
もう見てられん。正勝先生に何かあったらうちらがここに来た意味
Guess what I bought?
お前たち何をしている？
That arrived today, and I'm not gonna be able to pick up in
俺たちは
time.
ただこいつの指導をしているだけです。
あれ、
Maybe
あいつは誰だ？
九条サラ。
I quit.
天領奉行九
If
条
I
家の
finish
様子で
stream in like
幕
half
府軍
an
の
hour,
大将や。
I may
なん
be
でこ
able
ない
to
だ場
pick
所
it up.
に。
どけ。どんな状態か見せろ。
As though they do close. I think I'm gonna try. Because
死刑は将軍様から禁止されているはずだ。
I have ordered a
知
new
らないわ
phone.
けではないだろう。
存じております。
I waited until the
もし自分たち
Samsung
のやったことに恥を感じていないのであれば、
unpack.
天領奉行の配下としてふさわしくない。
申し訳ございません、九条様。
Something like that.
威厳のあ
Yeah,
る
like this.
人だな。
Samsung has these events
あ
whenever
い
they're
つら
gonna
の注
release
意
new
力が
phones.
正勝先生からそれとる。
Galaxy
今が
Unpacked.
後期かもしれんで。
That's the name of the event.
おい、
And
よ
it's
いみ
like
や、焦って行動
I
に
have a Samsung Galaxy S20. The S20 had 12
待
gigabytes
て
of、RAM.
そこに誰か。
It has a really good screen.
お前たち見に行け。
And then every phone after that had a downgraded screen, downgraded amount of RAM. So it went from 12 to 8.
うちのせい
And
や。
it's like, why should I upgrade to
心
a
配
phone
せん
that
で。
is a
う
downgrade
ちの失敗はう
from
ちが
what I
取り戻
have?
せ。
Because the
さっ
if
き
the
準備しとい
battery
たとっておきで。
if it had a much better battery, thanks to having downgraded the screen, I would have been fine with that. But with less
あそこで
RAM,
何か爆発したぞ。
まさ
it
か
feels like a
花
rip-off.
火？
見に行くぞ。
And also the fact that they removed the
花火
extendable
って注
storage,
意を引くにはもってこいだな。
which, like literally, they redesigned something in order to
花火
make
の
it
使い道は
impossible for
祭り
you
だけやないで。
to have put in more storage yourself. Because then
当
you're
たり前や。
forced to buy a
こいつ
more
はうちの
expensive
自信作
phone.
なんやから。
And if you don't like how little, like if suddenly you be like, oh, my phone has run out of storage,
お前、
then suddenly you're forced to buy a new phone instead of just new storage.
うちも職人やさかい。無意識のうちにちょっち
It
派
is
手にやりた
not
くなってもったん
because
や。
it's more expensive. They redesigned it on purpose.
もうあっちに誰もいないみたいだ
Let's just be honest here. I'm a fan of Samsung, but I'm also completely able to understand that the reason they redesigned it is because they want more money. That's all. But then I do have like a Galaxy watch, and I have a
よいみや。よい
I
みや
have a
か。
tablet that I use to draw on. So the reason I keep going with Samsung currently is because
あいつら
I
好
can
き勝手に
instantly move files over between my phone and my tablet, which is really useful because I will Google on my phone a bunch of reference images, and then I will instantly move them over to my tablet.
今回だけだ。
It is way
重傷
faster
を負っている。
using
連れ
the
て行って治療
Samsung's
してやれ
like
だが治
ability
療が
to
終わり
just
次第
connect seamlessly
必ずもう一度捕まえる。
to its own systems.
次はそう簡単にいかんと思うで。
But
さっさと行け。
if they had downgraded the phone again, I would have fucking abandoned Samsung. No questions about it. Especially since they literally made it so the Ultra model. I don't personally have the Ultra model, I just buy their cheapest ones.
やっとあの暗いところから
I don't use the FE, just the cheapest
正勝先生
flagship model.
平気か歩けそうか
The base
大丈夫だ。
flagship model.
医者に着く前に死ぬことはないだろ
The older ones had
みん
like
な
a pen.
うちは正勝先生を医
The
者に
pen
連れ
had
て行く
Bluetooth, which means it
祝うの
has
は
to
また今
charge.
度や
It charges while it's in the phone. Makes sense.
オイラたちに構
And
わなくていい
it works the same on the tablet. The reason it has a Bluetooth one is because you
な
can
んとかう
move
ま
it,
く救い出せた
and
な
if you move it in a certain way, it's basically a quick action. So you can make it do things. You can
あ
link
の
like
駆
a
除をさら
certain
ってや
movement,
つ部
to
下
it
の
opening a
過ちの
certain
埋め合
map,
わせをするた
which
めに
means you can
オ
open
イラたちを
apps
見逃してくれ
with
たの
just
かな
moving this thing without it
遠慮奉
touching
行
the
にもいい
screen.
やつがいるんだ
Or
な
you can have it be a quick action, like if you
メ
draw
ガ
a
リレー
lot
を
or
執行
something,
してるこ
and
とを
it's like
認
if
め
you
た
want
わ
to
けじ
copy
ゃない
paste,
けど
you can have like, oh, if I move this
こ
pen
の
like
いい知らせを
whoop,
彩香たちに教えよ
down, up, it's like now it copy. And now if I move it sideways, the same way, it will paste. And you can speed up your workflow a lot with that. So the fact that it had these capabilities was actually a really good thing. But it's reliant on Bluetooth. If you remove Bluetooth, these functions will not work at all. And they put a non-Bluetooth pen inside the Ultra model. And then just 2 days ago or something, they announced that you could now buy the
なるほど。
a Bluetooth version
駆除
of
を
a
さらは
pen.
君たちに手を出さなかったと。
They
どうやら
removed
彼
the
女も
function
全
so
く
they
の理
could
不
have
尽
it
とい
pay
うわけ
twice.
ではないようだね。彼女と接触を試み、より多くの情報を聞き出せないだろう
Oh,
か。
fuck, he's stupid.
それは難しいと思います。九条サラはメガリレーの執行者。
Samsung used to
彼
be
女
really
は
good
将
and
軍様
innovative,
の命令以外は従いません。
and now
正
their
勝先生
quality
は
is going
メ
down.
ガリレーに
Scumbags.
直
Yeah.
接脅威をもたらす
Literally,
存在で
this
は
is
ないと
just
判断し、見逃
At
したの
first
で
it
しょう
was。like, oh, we have to
しか
say
し、
do cost
私たちの身分
saving
があらわになった
measures,
場合、
cost cutting,
彼女は容赦しないはずで
saving
す。
money and stuff
ごもっと
because
も。
you
し
know
かし、正勝先生を救
the
い出
whole
せた今、
pandemic and everything.
俺た
And
ちが
like
一本
makes
取り返
sense.
せたと言っ
Like
ても
the
いいだろう。
S22,
今回は
S23,
良い宮と旅人のお
like
かげだ。
they had
勝利にまた一
they
歩
they
近づ
had
けたってわ
problem
けだ。
getting
君は
a hold of
俺が思
a
っている以上
bunch
に
of the
頼りになる人みたいだな。
materials that time. So them being
そうでも
downgraded
ない
made
ぜ。
perfect sense.
確
We
か
are
に、
truly going further and further
旅人
towards
さ
the
んの助けが
dystopia.
なければ、
Exactly. Like
今回の救出はこんな
thing
にう
is,
まくはい
if
か
they
なかっ
had
た
been
でしょう。
honest and they had
しかし、
been like, okay,
メガリレーに
so
抵抗する
materials
に
are
は、
getting more
これだ
expensive.
けではまだまだ足り
We
ません。
can't
今
release
後
the
の計画を準
ultra
備する必要がございます。
そんなに心配しなくても
phone
大丈夫
with
さ、お
the
嬢。
Bluetooth pen
少なくとも
at the
今
current
は全ていい
price
方向
due
に向か
to
っている。
the rising
監
cost
獄
of
から正勝
materials.
先生を無事救出
And they,
し
if they then
仲間
said
の
like
数も増えた。
that, and they
そうい
were
えば
honest about
天
it,
領奉行が近
and they
頃
said,
祝
so
典
we're
の
gonna
準備をしていると
release
聞いた。
a
何
cheaper
か
version that
儀
is
式に似たようなものら
like
し
the
い。
Ultra,
それで
but without
町にいる
Bluetooth
メガリ
pen.
レーの武士が減ったのは確かだ。
In
今
order
は
to
一時的に平和
so
になってる。
and that one is gonna cost as
儀
much
式。
as the one with the Bluetooth
ど
pen
うし
did
て天領奉
before.
行がそ
But
のよ
then
うな
we're
こ
also
とを。
gonna release one
俺に
with
も
a
わからない
Bluetooth
が、
pen,
俺たちとは
but
関
it's
係
gonna
な
be
いこ
more
とだろう。
expensive. But the people
とにか
who
く
don't
彼らが
care
最
about
近
the
忙
Bluetooth
しくしているのは
functions
事実だ。
can buy a
俺たちに構
slightly
う暇な
cheaper
んてない。
model compared to what
そうですね。
the new price needs
確
to
かに
be.
一理あり
If
ます。
they were honest
ずっ
and
と
put it
気を
like
張ってい
that, I
ても
would have
疲れがたま
no
るだけで
problem
し
with
ょ
it
う。
at all.
少
But
々
also
休
they
息を
did
取った
stuff
方
like
がいいかも
if
し
they
れま
hadn't
せん。
done the thing with the micro
どう
SD
も
card, they literally
何か提案はご
redesigned
ざい
what
ま
they
すか？
already have
ちょう
to
ど
remove
祝
a
賀会を
function
行おうと思ってたところだ。
that
みんなで
cost
一緒
them
に
nothing. Like it
鍋で
cost
もどう
them
かな。
more to
実は
redesign
最
this
近新しい鍋
than
遊びを
it
知って
did
ね、とっても
to
面白い
just
んだ。
keep having the same. Like it still looks exactly the same. It's just that now they just removed the
食べ
reader,
物と関係が
the
ある
card
みたい
reader,
だけ
micro SD
ど
card reader
簡
from.
単に言え
It
ば
didn't take
各
any
自それぞれ
space.
違う材料を用意し
So they
一
just
緒
removed
に鍋
something
に
that
入れる
didn't take any space. So
目を閉じて鍋から食材を
And then
すくい出
focus on
し
AI.
食べなが
like
ら
some of the
誰
AI
の
functions,
食
I'm
材
like,
かを
yeah,
当
this
てる
could
ん
be
だ。
genuinely useful.
正解した場合同
Most
じ
of
作
them
業を
though,
もう
I
一
am
回繰
like,
り返す。
why
最
does
終
it
的に
need to
得点
have
が
that?
一番高かった人
A
が
phone should like
鍋の神の
everything
ご
has
加護を得
AI.
られるという
I
言い伝えがあ
swear.
るんだ。
Then
面白そうだろ
probably like
もう
next
間違
year or
いな
maybe
い
even this year, we're
実は
gonna
すでに
have
自
fucking
分の分の食
smart
材は用意してあるんだ。
coffee machines or smart
仕方ないな。
like washing machines
オイルたちも食材を
that
用意してこようぜ。
they have AI in
何がい
them
いかな。
so you can talk to them. I swear. And it's not a good thing.
どれど
Like
れ。
the thing is,
新鮮
we
な
had
魚
smart
肉
home before. AI integrated in everything. Yeah, like AI is the new every like
鍋にぴったりな食材
Internet
だ
of
な。
everything.
オイルも
If
楽し
you
み
guys
だ。
know what Internet of everything is. If you don't, Internet of everything is basically a way that you can
その
connect
食材を入れ
appliances
たのが
and
旅人だ
control
けだ
them
った
via
なん
your
て。
smartphone or your
お
computer.
前たち
Basically, you can
食べ
control
物を
them
無駄にするん
digitally.
じゃない。
So you can, for example,
今までで
put
一
everything you
番
need
恐ろ
into
しい
the
鍋
washing
だった
machine
ぞ。
if it's
おかしな
integrated with the
食材
system.
は全
And
部トーマが
you just
食べ
close
てく
it,
れ
it's
た
all ready
け
to
ど。
go, but you don't start it.
そう
And then
得点
you
が
let your
一番
phone
高いのは
essentially
俺だ。
send a signal to start it when you're ready. So when you're
待ってくれ。
almost home, you're like, oh, I'm on my way home. I don't want my
トーマが変な
like
ものを
clothes
たく
to
さん
lay
入
in
れ
the
た
washing
せい
machine
で
for
出汁が
8
変な
hours
味になってしまったではありませんか。
because
旅
it
人
will
さんが
ruin
入
the
れた普
clothes.
通の食材も
But I
お
also
かしな
don't
味
have
に
the
なってい
time
て
or the energy
何度か
to
正解を外してしまいました。
start a machine and then
でも
wait until it's
綾香は
done and
鍋に
have
ケ
to
ー
like
キを入れて
do
たよ
everything
な。
right before
旅
bedtime.
人が
But
食べ
if
てた
I do
ぞ。
have energy, if the
鍋
washing
ケ
machine
ー
is
キ。
ready by the time I get home, like this could be a
想
good
像
thing.
する
Not
だけで
everyone needs
も
this.
う。
Not every washing machine needs to have its
ごめん
function.
なさい。
This was just a
もっと
function
美
that
味しくな
some
ると思
washing
いま
machines
して
have. And you have
ダ
to
メだ。
specifically
少
look
し
for
休ま
them.
せてくれ。
And that's a good thing. Because, yeah, it doesn't need to be in everything. But AI is like Internet of Things, but let's force it into literally everything.
トーマ。
Eventually,
別
adult
に
toys
あ
with
んな
AI,
に
because
頑張
I
ら
want to
なく
speak.
てもよかったんだぞ。わざといくつか間違えれば、綾香や旅人の番になってたのに。
It's a thing. I saw someone talk to
最
it,
近
and
運があま
I've
り良
seen
くな
so
いと
many
感じてね
guys who are like, oh, we
鍋
no
の神
longer
のご
need
加護で
women
運
because
勢
look,
を変えた
we
かった
can
ん
just
だ。
design
だ
sex
けど気づい
robots
た
to
ら
do like
火が
what
ついちゃ
women
って
do.
たよ
And it's
だ。
like,
まあ
dude, if
一
you
種の修行
think
だと
of
思えば問
women
題ない
as
さ。
sex toys,
もう
no
悪い運気は全
wonder
てこの遊びで
you
使い切っ
don't
たこと
get
を
to
感
have
じるよ。
sex.
今ここに宣
They're
言
not
しよう。
toys.
本日の
And
鍋
like,
遊びは
this is
こ
not
れ
a
にて
one-way
閉幕。
street, my
優
dude.
勝者は
There are
この俺だ。
definitely sex toys for women. You are just as
遊びも
replaceable
終
to
わ
the
り。
woman
仕
who
事も
think the
一段
same
落
about
ついた。
you, who only
次は
thinks of you as a
休
sex
息を
toy.
取る時間かな。
It's not a good thing.
トーマの
Stop
言う通
thinking
り
of people
天領奉行が
as
本当
sexual
に何か
objects.
準備をしているのでした
It's
ら
not good.
一
Think
度
of
休
people
息を
as
取りましょ
people.
う。休んでい
Like
る間
they're
に
humans. They
私も
deserve
少々
respect.
行いたいことがございます。
But
じゃ
yeah, the
あ
fact
各
that
自
you
休んで
have
くれ。何日か後
sex
に
robots
木漏れ茶屋に集合して次の計画を相談しよ
and
う。
it's
めったにない休暇だ。
it's
大事に
like
使うんだ
it's
ぞ
not。just a
俺もそ
very
ろそろ支
basic
度を
like
して
turn it
次の
on and
鍋
you
遊びの
can
食 食材を
and
用
it
意
can
してく
move a
ると
bit
し
and
よ
you
う。
can like no, it has full-on conversations with you
一
using
回だけじゃ
AI
物足りない
and
だ
it's
ろ
supposed to learn your
じゃあみんな
personality and
ま
like
た
adjust to act like a loving girlfriend or wife or whatever you
旅人
like.
しばらく木漏れ日には来なくていいみたいだから他の場所に行ってみようぜ。
Essentially, they're trying to remove your need for human connection with robots. And it's like, I want an AI so I can have more time for myself and family and friends. I didn't want AI to remove me from my family and friends. I wanted AI to take care of the stuff that I hate to do. I want AI to take over industries where people would be endangered at work. For example, an AI robot that just goes around places where that has landmines and stuff put up to detonate them so no one will be hurt. I want AI to be like, oh, I am just so bored. I don't want to do like all of these boring tasks. If I'm American, let's say I'm an American. AI that is essentially specially made to take all the information of like you just input the bare minimum and it figures out everything for you when it comes to paying taxes, since your system doesn't, just send you how much you're supposed to like send them. Like you don't get an invoice like this is how much tax you're supposed to pay. They know how much tax you're supposed to pay. They just don't tell you. That's fucking evil. And it's not how it should work.
お母さんの友達じゃないか?
Renounce the flesh, embrace the steel, and before we know it, from the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of a blessed machine. Your kind cling to your flesh as though it will not fail you. Exactly. Also, another problem I have with AI is you can see, just like with all the shorts, and like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, short format videos is designed to give you instant gratification. Instant gratification is not a good thing because it lowers your patience, like it lowers your ability to focus. Your brain literally rots, basically. That's why it's called brain rot. It's like you lose your ability to think clearly when you watch too much short form content with instant gratification. And that's a bad thing, because anytime you have to do something more complex that requires you to think for a while, that requires you to really approach the problem with your full attention, you will find that harder. And AI works much the same, because AI replaces the need for thinking, except it doesn't do it well. Like, you can't have AI replace your ability to think. Like, it's not gonna work 100% of the time. Sure, your thinking might not be 100% correct 100% of the time. Like, that's not the thing. But AI constantly misinforms because it doesn't understand what the truth is. It just gives you what it thinks will satisfy. So it's not actually helpful. When people use AI in order to find like errors in other people's work, like there's people going around where it's like, so you can do bug reports for games and stuff, and then you can be like, oh, but I'm too lazy. I want to help the creator who's making this game, but I'm too lazy to actually report actual bugs, because that requires time and attention, and you have to, actually find the bugs and write a bug report that is understandable. That takes energy. So people are going around and be like, can you check this game for bugs? The thing is, the AI can't check the game for bugs. It just takes the most common type of bug report and makes one up on the spot. So it's a nonsensical bug report that has nothing to do with the game itself. And then when people use this to do bug reports for these creators, and the creators just tell them like, please don't use AI. Because AI doesn't give accurate bug reports. It's not a bug in this game. Like they can think that a function in the game is broken when a function doesn't even exist to begin with.
私たちシャブ業の者は
AI
すでにそのような風習に慣れていると言いたかったのです。この時期になると稲妻の民たちは皆お祭りに参加します。それと同時に治安維持も難しくなり、もちろんお祭りは賑やかで楽しいものなのですが、私たちにとっては心配すべきことでもあるのです。仕事ばかりに気が入ってしまい、話がそれてしまいました。すみません。
You're just bringing focus away from what you should be focusing on because it's the latest buzzword and it's like it's a shiny new toy that people see a bunch of potential in, but a lot of people refuse to see the negative effects.
ちょっと見ていきませんか?
I want AI to do the boring shit so I can focus on what I really care about.
異教のお客さん方、小倉屋へようこそ。布地と着物のあつらえ、どちらをご所望で？こんにちは。
こちらに着物の裁断図があるのですが、見ていただけないでしょうか?
When I'm writing code and I'm like, God damn it, there's something missing. And I'm like, AI, have a look at this. Can you see what's missing? And it gives me what it thinks is missing. Just directly looking at my code and I'm like,
とても素晴らしい裁断図じゃないですか。神里様、この着物をあつらえたいということでよろしいでしょうか?
Okay, so it doesn't do this function.
神里様がうちに来て着物の注文をするなんて、小倉屋にとってとても光栄なことです。
And then I can manage to fix it on my own.
少々厄介な問題がありまして、その着物を作るには芸商花で作られた絹が必要なんです。稲妻にある絹の多くはリーユエ港から輸入されたものなんですが、今は神里様も知っての通り、稲妻は今鎖国状態にあります。正直なところ、服飾界隈も大きな影響を受けています。高級な布地が手に入りづらく、着物のあつらえも長いこと保留にしてきました。しかし、お客さんがご自身で布地を持参できるのでしたら、着物を作ることはできますよ。
I can write like that. I cannot write formal language that is meant to a boss where it's like, sorry boss, traffic is really bad and I got into an accident and I'm not gonna make it into work today.
彼らは大陸各地に店舗を設けているので、私たちより多くのつてを持っていますよ。価格は少し高いかもしれませんが、このような時代ですので、欲しいものを与えるだけで十分ですよ。
an example, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna copy that part in how it wrote, and I'm gonna put that out, and then I'm gonna remove most of it because it's a lot of the time it gives you like a super long text, and I'm like, I just want you to be short and concise. I want you to not be rude to my boss.
どうやら
That's
万国商会へ行ってみる必要があるみたいですね。ありがとうございました。布地を買った後にまた来ます。その前に少しお願いがあるのですが。
That makes people brain dead.
早川のやつ、こそこそと何の話をしてるんだ?
But in young people.
はい、わかりました。
Or is it Alzheimer's?
では、よろしくお願いします。
I don't remember the difference between dementia and Alzheimer's.
そうかしこまらないでください。正直、我々小倉屋もすでに長いこと絹を使った着物を作っていません。それにとても綺麗な裁断図ですし、私も皆さんと同じでとても楽しみなんです。
ありがとうございます。では、私たちはこれで旅人さん、ハイモンさん、万国商会で私たちの運を試してみましょう。
But it will constantly like break the immersion because it's not actually a personality it has. It just imitates, and that's the difference. because it imitates, it's not gonna have the understanding of why X thing is why it should react X way to X thing. It just does. Because you said you like. So when it's not clear what you want it to do, it's like very confusing.
いないみたいだから周りを探してみようぜ。
Where's the situation? Game! Jarvis is an AGI, not an AI. Artificial General Intelligence. Oh yeah. They have also people are starting to hype up that they are currently making a AGI, and it's gonna be like out in next year. And I'm like, I don't believe that because they have been treating AI and AGI the same way for years, and they've been saying like, oh, it's gonna have all these abilities, like they've been saying for many years. I think the chief from Chobits.
クリスさん、
Yeah.
どうかなさいましたか？
お、あなたは上里家の
Technically,
綾香様。
it is an AI. It's just an umbrella. Like AI is an umbrella term.
お久しぶり
And
です。
AGI falls
近頃は
under
離島から
AI
離れたみたいですね。
because it's artificial intelligence, and artificial general intelligence
以前は
is
ど
a
うも
part of artificial
あなたのお
intelligence.
かげで
It's just a
私たち
specific
の商
part
売
where
も
it's
またう
more
まく回
advanced.
り始めました。
It's a higher tier, higher end, but it's still part of AI. So Jarvis is AI, but he's not
それ
basic
が
AI. Neuro and evil are exceptional, but even those two break quite often and don't fully follow the common
浪
logic
人
of
に
it.
奪われてしまっ
And
たの
like
で
the
す。
thing about
中にあ
Neuro,
った
the reason
貨
people watch
物と
Neuro is not
何だ
because
った
she's
のですか？
AI
高
and
級な
it
絹で
makes
す。
them be like, oh, she's so much like a human. It's because she breaks. And it's
何
because she
年か
says
前
these
に
funny
リー
things
ウェ
that
から
make
大
zero
量の
fucking
絹を
sense.
仕入れ
It's because
ずっと倉庫に保管していたのです。
listening
近頃
to
稲
what
妻
you
城
call
にあ
it
る着
again?
物店の絹がそろそろ
What's
底
it
を尽きる
called?
との情
The
報を
guy who
耳にしまし
made
て
Neuro?
これを売って商売をしようと思ったのですが
Like having
まさか
him
そんな時
interact
に
with his own
あの
AI.
浪人た
That's
ち
the funny part. Vidal,
貨
thank you,
物を
thank
奪
you.
うと
So
そそ
Vidal,
くさと森へ
and
逃
like
げていきまし
praise
た。
to Vidal because holy shit,
私も被
Vidal,
害
you made
届
an
を出そうと思
amazing
ったのです
program
が
and VTuber
あ
and
なた
like
も知っての
holy
通り
crap.
私たち外国の商人は
Like
あまりよ
love
く
it, dude.
思われていません。
It's amazing, and everyone should check
勘
out
定奉行の
Neuro
方
and
々は
Vidal and
私たちの
everyone.
話を全
Because
く
like
聞かないどころか
people
もっと
don't
不
watch
意に見舞われればいい
Neuro-sama
とさえ思っている
for
でしょう。
the
私も個人的に
like, oh,
勘定
AI
奉
is
行の
like
や
a
り方
human
は
and
認め
like
ていま
she's
せん
better
が、
than a human. Like, no, no, no.
それでもここは稲
She's
妻です。
hilarious because she
クリスさん、
breaks. She's hilarious
発言には
because
ご
she's
注意ください。
clearly not human.
あ、申し訳ございません。
You know what
つ
you
い
first
口を
made
こぼ
Neuro
してし
for,
まいま
right?
した。
I actually
今の
forgot.
ところ
I
良い
think
案
I've
も
heard
思い
that,
浮か
but
ば
it
ず
was so long ago.
我々商会の人
The
間だけで
umbrella
は
is usually
貨物を取り戻すことも難
includes
しい。
AI, AGI, and SI.
この損害はきっ
Super
と
artificial intelligence.
運
That's
命に
ascending
よって
order.
定められた避けようのないものだったの
Ascending.
で
So
しょう。
AI is
正式な手続きはできませんが、遺失物の回収を手伝うことはできます。
そうですか。やはり。
descending. I'm back with pasta. Heck yeah!
はい。しか
Why are we
し、
talking about AI?
個人
Because
名義
AI
でこのこ
sucks
と
and
に
we're
対処
making
すると
fun
は
of
いえ、
it. But also because
私
we're
の
talking
一
about
言
like
一行は、
generally
多
what
かれ少
AI
なかれ、
is,
社
what
奉
it
行
could
と
be,
上
and
里
what,
家
and
の
what
印
we
象
want
に
it to
関わっ
be.
てくるでしょう。
AI is
そ
interesting
のこ
as a
とだけ
subject.
が少々
It's just
不
too
安です
bad
ので、
how it's become a
このこ
replacement
とは
for
どうかご
quality.
内密に。それと、人
Because
生
they
におい
think
て
that
困難に直
eventually
面した
AI
と
will
き、
become better than human.
必ずしも誰かが手を差し伸べてくれる
We
わけ
have
で
the
はござ
AI
い
at
ま
the
せん。
bottom.
あなたの万国商会という立場を鑑みて、私から助言がございます。
はい、必ず。しかし、お手伝いいただけるのはありがたいのですが、これではあなた方に面倒をかけるのでは。万が一、勘定奉行のお方があなたに対して何かよからぬ考えを持っていたら、それにあなたは民衆の間でも高い評判を持つお方、我々のような一般人のために損害を被る必要はありませんよ。
ご冗談を。何を言おうと、私は上里家の長女。勘定奉行の方たちに私の行動を言及する資格はございません。
A general artificial intelligence will always be an artificial intelligence.
クリスさん、
always.
貨物が奪われた具体的な時間、場所、そしてその者たちの特徴を教えてください。
Someone help explain to Bjorn how the umbrella works. Yeah, rank them in terms of capability. Please! Capability, please!
場所は
God! The umbrella.
私と一緒に現場まで行き、調査をしましょう。
He made Nero for Osu in the beginning. That's hilarious! AI is first, it's not the best, but every type of AI after comes under, but is a higher tier. Exactly! Thank you, Maestro. Thank you! Like, you can rank them, but then it's not the umbrella term anymore, Bjorn. Like, if you rank them by capabilities, you're no longer using the umbrella term. Umbrella term is based on like what falls under the umbrella, not what is better than.
皆さん、ここが私どもの襲われた場所です。
地面に何かあるぞ。
これは。
I should technically try and run to the store because they closed in less than half an hour and I don't have a
足跡の深いのは重い貨物を持っていたからでしょう。
Because I do need to pick up my phone. But I can also wait till tomorrow, but I'm also gonna be like, I need to set it up. And I want to have it fully set up. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna finish for today. Yeah. Yeah, it's already existed for years. Exactly. Now, if it's a thing you need it, then go grab a phone. Yeah. I'm gonna have to fix the audio and stuff. Or next, I also have like a few functions that are broken.
Emotional damage!
I don't know if this one worked. A few of these functions work. I'm gonna need to check the rest. But yeah, let's see who are live. Awesome stream. Thank you. And I will be back on Sunday because now I have my computer working. It just needs a little bit better. Oh, Shadow is streaming. Hey guys, we're raiding Shadow. Oh my god, we're raiding Shadow. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And yeah, please get ready to raid. Remember to eat well, sleep well, game on, and I'll see you all next time. Yeah. No, don't be us for a phone. No, I will be back on Sunday. Wah.